film quite yet. So
All right, and we're technically we're on. We're just waiting for everything to catch up. So we're starting.
Glasses this last 2 months. I didn't need them.
So really, we just killed off anybody who wasn't wearing glasses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to clean these things too.
All right, we are live.
It's so disgusting now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Super Fight. We're missing a couple of people for D&D, and because what I had planned would have gotten problematic, it's now
Problem solved.
we're playing Super Fight. That's the solution. So how Super
Solution
Fight
is
works
work.
is one person's going to be the judge, and yeah, you doing okay there, Hannah?
A little chilled, are we?
One person's going to be the judge, and they're going to put out a character, so like a supervillain, that everyone else is going to try and beat. Everyone's going to lay down one black card and one white card as their hero. Then, depending on how the judge wants to do it, all players will either keep another black card for themselves or pass it to somebody else and try to mess with somebody else's card to either make their own better or make the other person's hand worse and try to win. Now we're playing with some modifier cards. We have locations, modifiers, I can't remember what they're called, and competitions instead, which are fun, and we will do that. Who wants to start as judge?
I'll be judge.
You'll be judge? Okay, well first things first, we all need 3 of each. Can we maybe cut the deck and get some stuff over here on the side? Thank you.
So we're dealing 3 each?
Yeah.
3 of each.
Wait, 3 each?
3 of each color.
Okay, so should we, or are you,
Okay, I got yeah.
We are playing with the Sword and Sorcery deck as well.
So if you played Super Fight before and you're like, wait, I never had that card, that's probably
Also,
it.
I'm playing from the Super Chest, which has some exclusive cards. So, okay.
This is awesome. But I'm judging.
Now the judge draws their villain. They don't play it from their own hand.
Right.
Oh, and please, guys, put your cards up in there. So, Hannah, Micah, you're going to be the ones helping us position things.
Okay. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. Alright. We have the Sphinx that can right now.
Should be, yeah. Should be right up to us.
The Sphinx?
It needs to be down to the line, though.
Okay. Who can block anything with chopsticks.
You have to have it all overlapping. And unfortunately, the glare is over. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Curse the light!
fortunate angle.
And
Just like, you know,
I know.
you can see them.
So
Get a
we'll
shade.
figure that out.
We'll figure that out. All right.
So our villain right now is the Sphinx, who can block anything with chopsticks, and has all the powers of Aquaman.
That is
So please enter your
Bids for power.
bids for power. It's a very heady, very powerful Sphinx with really weird powers.
All right.
So it's 1 dude, 1 power, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Some cards will give you additional instructions that you have to follow, but yes.
All my black cards are back. And all
My
my
black
white
cards are awesome and funny. Or my white cards. My black cards are.
My white cards go from really awesome to really lame, and then all my black cards are basically just all lame.
My
We're
white
just
cards.
gonna be.
All right. If we're all
Alright,
ready,
ready?
we all.
Ready? Okay. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
All right. I'll start. I have 8 angry bridesmaids, and they all shoot lasers out of their feet.
Alright.
I have a stand-up comedian who dies in 3 hits.
Which comedian?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh boy!
I have a groundhog armed with a portable hole, which I feel like groundhogs kind of automatically are, but, you know.
It's the Looney Tunes.
It's just-
You drop the fabric and then it's a 10-foot pit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a killer rabbit that has a friend of Illuminati.
Oh my.
Okay, our Illuminati killer rabbit. All right.
Oh, so we put our.
Is that gonna?
Can they be seen?
I don't know. Is that gonna line up with the? Oh, it's gonna be backwards. Because. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I have the tape to a certain length.
We should. No, this should be. This should be this way. If we spin this around, then the alignment of that would match up with the alignment of. Yeah.
What?
You see what I mean? Right now, the order on the display is backwards of the order of our
Yeah,
people.
but if I flip it around and try to flip it, it turns everything backwards, and it.
The
I
words
tried.
get backwards.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What?
The words get backwards if you flip it around, so it doesn't.
It's better just the way it is, trust me.
Why would the words be backwards?
Because in order to have it flipped around to match this, I have to invert. I have to have the thing upside down, and then I have to invert it, and then it makes everything backwards.
Why can't you just take this and put it on the other side and have it face this way?
Because then everything's upside down.
Yeah.
It's either upside down
we
or-
put ours upside down, so that it's for them to see.
Yeah, but then it's harder for us to read.
How many viewers do we have right now?
We
I
have
guess.
two.
I think I.
One of which is Hannah.
Hannah, what? Oh!
Monitor.
But like, it would.
I'll be on
Anyway.
monitor too.
You know
And
what?
It would also fix the glare problem.
It did fix the glare problem. Do we want to just have everything be upside down to us?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, we don't
All right.
Come on!
Do,
Technical.
do, 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 do.
Technical difficulties.
Okay,
makes
yeah, I'm
sense.
just gonna. All right, cool. Let's change things.
I'll oversee.
We can read it on the screen.
Except for Dano.
We can read, but he's
He's
sideways, so
monitoring.
he doesn't matter.
Yeah, just turn the sound off, otherwise.
Oh wait, can you still hear us?
Why aren't you guys answering? I'm replying. You're being so rude right now.
Oh my gosh, I can. That's not how this is supposed to. I set up so it wouldn't do this. Oh no, everything's gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong.
Oh no!
No!
Where did the weasel come from?
Oh,
Get rid of
oh,
the
no.
weasel!
Oh no, the murder pandas. Okay, and we're back.
All
Oh
right.
my, this is awful.
That was interesting.
Alright, okay. Find the tops. I guess I messed up your tape line too.
Okay, hang on, it's just gotta.
Now we're just gonna have.
So you have
If
to.
you do that,
put
you're just gonna set up an endless loop.
Well, hang on, have it set.
That's playing it, and then
Up,
this will hear it. And then
lower.
later-
No.
You'll play it
That's
there
you're
again.
getting it out of things.
Nope, stop.
It's always good to have an extra viewer. Just turn it down.
you want
Yeah,
to
just
do?
turn off the sound.
And then you have this move. Try and get it out of the glare, because I had it set up where there wasn't glare.
Oh, I guess the glare is still there. Oh well.
It's in less force, though. Okay, well.
Wait. Oh, now it's glaring off that. I mean, you could turn off those lights, but.
Right, but now we can't see the killer bright, the angry bright veins.
Yes! Dang it.
That's okay, whatever.
Well, nobody cares about them.
Wait, how could we see them all before?
No,
Okay.
we're
I was
good.
gonna say like geometrically.
Okay, you know
so
what?
nothing's
It's
changed.
best we'll figure it out.
I mean, I could just not have the camera on the cards. It could just be us playing the game.
That could be easier.
That could be easier. Anyway, so
We'll be right back!
No, just leave it in the cards.
Just
Okay, guys, they totally can't hear us. Let's offend all our viewers right now!
well, I think
Yeah,
you look
that
like a chimichanga with its face. Go ahead.
By the way, the audience can't hear us.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, okay. I did not say anything.
That's why I said something weird and random, not. Hey, we've got our
Not
viewer.
Kids can't hear this. Nothing, kids.
Hey, I've got a kid watching this right now.
climb into
Get
it.
him in.
It's such a bad influence on little kids. Just remind me.
He's 15, so it's okay, but still.
But still, you're a bad influence.
You know what's funny? I think I ruined one kid's college career. He's like, I don't want to go to college. And I go there, I was like, it's a waste of time. He's like, okay. I'm just like, oh, shoot. I just ruined his whole life right there.
Pass your card.
Yes. Just from what I said.
Alright, so.
Yes.
of nuisanceness to the left. So that means Daniel. Press it down like your defense. But you've got angry bridesmaids who shoot lasers out of their feet. No, the black card you wish to curse the angry lasers.
You know what?
Bridesmaids.
Pass it to Ben.
Micah, I'm not trying to hurt you. I just think this fits Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes.
That's gorgeous.
I feel like this is a real person. What are you guys playing with?
So,
I said it a normal person.
Larry the Cable Guy. My Larry the Cable Guy. Sorry, you're...
My Larry the Cable Guy is now driving a garbage truck.
My killer rabbit now has armed
Elvish longbow.
I don't know what that is.
It's a longbow made by the elves.
My groundhog has live cats instead of hands. But he still has the portable hole, so...
So it's a
Doesn't really
groundhog
matter.
cat.
Alright.
I'm still a friend of the Illuminati. Who knows what he can do?
My 8 angry bridesmaids who shoot lasers out of their feet, they're really, really shy.
Alright. So, Larry, the cable guy who also drives a garbage truck, how are you going to defeat my Aquaman-powered chopstick blocking Sphinx?
I figure he'd just use some slice of life comedy, and then while the Sphinx is laughing, run him over with the garbage truck.
I mean, can you block a garbage truck with chopsticks?
I can block
He
anything.
can block anything with
with
chopsticks. Meaning he can block a garbage truck.
Does not say that the Sphinx has chopsticks.
He didn't say. He doesn't say. He
It
didn't
just says
say.
they can.
Very
good
good
point.
point. But Percy Jackson just got pencil in here. Does that count?
Pencils are not chopsticks.
Yeah.
Their octagon shapes is different. That's
Okay.
weird.
That's poison. Not good for food. Hot stickers.
Alright, let's hear about
Okay,
this groundhog.
next up. Well, so, I don't know about the cats, but I mean, all I can say is there's a hole. Now, a hole is not throwing something at you to attack you. You can't block a hole because it's not a thing to be blocked. So, I'll just stick a hole under you and you will fall through that.
And my Aquaman power is over there, so that, I guess
I mean, you
Exactly.
Can, you
and
can
I mean,
throw the
you're
hole
already
at her.
you realize you're a sphinx, which means you're in the desert, which means why would you walk your Aquaman? That does nothing for you.
I don't know, but okay.
Yeah, he can throw the portable hole at you. If you try to block it, you just get absorbed into it.
Exactly.
But you're also a Sphinx. Depending on what kind of
What?
Sphinx you're going.
A sphinx can fly?
Yeah,
What is a sphinx anyway?
a sphinx
All I know
is...
of is the giant cat in Egypt.
No, it's got the head of the head of a woman,
Right.
the wings of a
Eagle, I think.
eagle, but like a super big
The
eagle,
body of a lion.
body of a lion.
Gotcha.
And they ask questions like
Right,
what walks
I knew
on feet and legs and stuff.
They say, riddle me this.
What can block
Batman."
anything with chopsticks and has the powers of Aquaman?
The Sphinx!
Obviously.
Obviously!
They're bad
The one in the Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, Oedipus beat her, and that was where a lot of his problems came from. In our children's version, they just skimmed over all the problems.
And in Magic the Gathering, they're blue creatures that usually have flying.
Cool. All right.
Alright, let's hear about your killer rabbit.
So our killer rabbit has a friend in the Illuminati. So while you're blocking my longbow arrows with your chopsticks, my friend from the Illuminati is coming
So,
Not the Sphinx.
I am not one angry woman. I am 8 angry women. Now we are shy angry women. So we're not going to take it against the Sphinx directly. We're going to be passive aggressive about everything. We're going to get into our angry bridesmaids group, and since we're the shy group together, we occasionally like talk a bit, apart, and we're just all going to get together, and eventually we're going to psych ourselves up, and we're going to be like, you know what? We don't like you asking us questions. That makes us uncomfortable. And we're all gonna pop up on our feet up, and we're gonna say, block these lasers! And then you're gonna try to block the lasers with your chopsticks, but your chopsticks will set on fire, ruining your fingers and your manicures. Clawed manicures are hard to maintain. And then we'll start using all our pent-up aggression from years of being shy, and just start roasting you. Roasting your looks, your appearance, your makeup, until you jump off a cliff like you didn't. We can take a single question to
Why
answer.
don't you just keep using the lasers?
I know. You're just gonna
That's what he meant by burning.
Wow. But I also think the hole has potential. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if the Illuminati friend is gonna be the answer.
We apologize to any Illuminati who are watching.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Mr.
Or
FBI. I didn't watch
Illuminati
this as well.
fans.
I don't support you. I don't care.
The bridesmaids. That got personal.
Like you look like a potato with a turn nose.
Ooh. But I really like the hole. It's so clean and tidy. Like,
Just put the hole in and just cinch it up.
Walk with my chopsticks. Nope.
and it's kind of fist the Sphinx. 'cause
And then you have the
she's
cat in a bag.
Also, the groundhog has 6 more limbs than the hat.
It's true.
Oh my.
These ones also have claws.
Unless all of its appendages are hands, in which case it has. Wait, why did you say 6?
Because 2 of them are now cats instead. So I had 4 limbs, lost 2 and gained
Right.
for a net total of
Yes.
6 gained limbs.
Right.
Otherwise it'd be.
So, okay, I'm gonna say,
This is how math works.
I'm not really basic at it.
I'm gonna go with the hole.
Okay.
The whole.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's say we're going to 5 for now.
Yay!
So there you go.
I have myself a space.
I only have to discover
Do we
how
just,
to
like,
face up. So
Keep
that
That's a
these
good
knows
idea.
as trophies, or do they?
Yeah, keep those trophies so we can keep track of how many.
You stuff it.
Have a discard pile and have your discards face up.
Oh, okay.
So trophy discard.
Both separate.
We don't need to know whose discard is whose.
No,
Just
no.
pile
So,
them
but make sure that they're
So the cards we just used are done then.
Yes.
Yeah.
right. But make sure you have the black and the white cards in their own stacks so we can
Yeah.
shuffle them together better.
Alrighty.
You have to be careful how you say that.
Okay.
don't know
Should we just go clockwise for
Yeah.
judging?
Sure.
Alrighty, so
Oh, and then make sure you
refresh
replenish
hand
your.
with everything.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you. You guys all replenished?
Yeah.
Not quite yet, but go ahead.
Alright, so you guys are facing a professional lion tamer who is riding a spider the size of a horse and has 1 intelligence.
Oh. Never mind. I had a really good one, but I'm gonna go with a
For those of you who are watching because you were expecting D&D, this is a D&D reference.
Don't worry, I have more.
Basically meaning that an intellect devourer can destroy you.
Yeah, except that I've got one better.
You have an intellect devourer?
No, I'm not another idiot.
Chakal!
The town idiot?
Well, after
The town
Town died, Chakal!
Wait, what happens if it's like that?
Oh, it's created
Alright, are we ready?
Intellectual power.
I don't care, I can play this for fun. Alright,
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Come on.
Sorry, yes. I'm a were-tiger with a draw character card to be the lowest squire.
To be what?
I'm a were-tiger riding a warg. That warg is my squire.
Well, they are intelligent.
Okay. I have Jar Jar Binks with a fanny pack full of grenades.
Oh no!
Oh god, no!
That is frightening indeed.
Dang,
I'm gonna stick with the D&D trend here and go with my chaotic evil cleric.
Oh, wow.
I have Thanos riding a war raptor, backed up by 1,000 elf archers.
Wait.
You don't have to, or one red, or one back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play the second card on someone else or on yourself as the judge.
Oh, okay.
So you only have one black card.
Play one black card.
Oh, just one?
Just one
Yeah.
black card.
You play
Except
another black
it
card
has-
on somebody else.
Yeah, for mine is my card told me to draw another card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you only play one of each, and then on the next part of the round is when you. So pick your favorite of those and play those two together. All right.
That's pretty cool.
Let's say play on yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's the Dragonborn shout from Skyrim.
Okay. Cool. So, since we're playing ourselves, do we just argue right away? So we just argue right away? Okay, so, now I'm a word type. That means I'm neutral, right? Or they, yeah. So, I'm more concerned that you're a professional lion tamer with 1 intelligence. You are a hazard to humanity. Okay? You have lions. You haven't spayed or neutered them. They're just. We have stray lions in the streets now. It is a problem. You're riding a spider the size of a horse. This is monstrosity. So I teamed up with my warg, and I'm like, yo, we gotta make sure that there's nothing left of this guy. So we hijack a nuclear submarine, and we are going to make sure if we cannot end your threat, we will scorched earth policy this thing.
I see.
Okay, so my good friend Jar Jar Binks, he was wandering around when he bumped into Hodor, who he's also friends with. He's a dude from Hodor. There you go.
That is the extended vocabulary, yes.
Yeah. And so, we had picked up a fanny pack full of grenades, so Jar Jar Binks put them on because he thought that was funny. And then he convinced Woodward to carry him chicken fight style. And so they were running around town like this with Jar Jar sitting on Woodward's shoulders when they ran into this professional lion tamer riding a spider the size of a horse. And they're like, weird. So, Jar Jar, because he didn't know what else to do and he was kind of tripped, was juggling the grenades to himself when he kind of tossed one at the lion tamer and was like, that was cool. So he just starts lobbing them at the lion tamer until the spider and the lion tamer go bye-bye because they've been hit by a fanny pack full of grenades.
Well, you didn't throw the fanny pack at me.
No.
So.
He's been juggling the grenades and then pulling the pins and just like lobbing them.
How many grenades can the fanny pack hold?
Fanny pack can't hold grenades.
That's what I was thinking too. Like 2, maybe 3 if they're like the little pineapple
This is
ones.
a Jar Jar fanny pack, so it's probably
It's a hammer pocket, so.
Never
it's
said
a
it.
pocket because he's gonna be the one to pick that up, not like something normal. Because and it probably has words on it like "do not touch," penalty of death, very explosive, very bad. He didn't know that, so by his own dumbness, he will.
He has an intelligence of 0.
I guess it's me. Yes, well. Now, I'm still learning D&D stuff, but like, clerics, what's the like spell save?
That's their modifier's wisdom.
That's their modifier. Their spellcasting modifiers. So there are spell save.
Anyways, he's a cleric, he's evil, and that guy makes him angry. He's really stupid, so he's gonna die. That's all I got, sorry.
Well, with divine intervention, anything's possible.
So, Thanos is riding on his raptor one day, and he sees the lion tamer and the big old spider horse. The sight of that scares him because he's like, I'm the only one that can rule the world, I can't have anyone else get in my way. So he has a remote-controlled Black Hawk helicopter with 50 caliber machine guns. So he just hides back, zooms in on the lion tamer and the spider, and blows him down with 50 caliber machine guns. And they just die because 50 caliber.
I love how you had Thanos and you're like, I'm gonna have him hide with the machine guns to this. You had to create your own. And anyway,
There we go.
I just love that.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I have to go with Thanos.
Yeah, no, I think you do.
Yeah.
It was like mine was good until that, and even then,
Yeah.
and you just keep it.
And you get to take it home, put it on your wall.
You don't get to do that.
So this is my blue card.
No, you just hang on to it as to keep track of how many points you have.
Oh, okay, so it's just like
It doesn't go back to your hand.
Yeah. Oh no.
one of each, or 1 and 2?
1 and 2.
You are battling Nicolas Cage. Oh, should I make
You can, you don't have to.
Yeah, you can put it back in its depth.
Yeah, the only ones you're allowed to reshuffle are the pick your owns if you're like,
Yeah. Nicolas Cage is made of clay and armed with a wet pool noodle.
I can see that.
You know what? I'm gonna go out alone here. I think I can beat this.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Still have garbage cans.
Wait a second. Can I do this?
I don't know. Oh, you can also have your challenge location or
yeah.
other stuff modifiers. If
You
you so
want
choose.
to make this a beauty pageant or something?
Wait. What do you mean?
The colored cards.
Yeah, but like, what are all my options?
So
I mean, I can
blues.
either tell people to do something with their cards. Is this like an alternative to that, or we can
No. That's it. This gives a modifier to how the fight takes place. So the blue is where it will take place.
And
So-
then purple is like,
at any point any of us, any of the judges can just.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just pull one.
I
Yellow.
suggest starting with that before we pick our things, so
Yeah.
we know what to expect.
So if you pick yellow, then instead of having to kill our play Nicolas Cage, we could be competing with him for like the best.
Oh.
Best of breed.
Yeah. So,
You don't have to.
We're gonna wear according to company.
right.
So the yellow changes the.
From a deathmatch to yeah.
From a super fight to
And I saw them, but
You don't have to.
well, see, I was thinking for the other round, can I have you all put your black cards on the Nicolas Cage?
You can.
You can't do that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Although I don't know how you're gonna help him out because he's already kind of.
Buy black cards don't help anybody. They only hinder.
Cool, it'll
I've
just
only
make it
been
worse.
drawing.
Although I would suggest in the future, just tell us to hand you the black cards, and because that way we don't know if we're helping or hurting ourselves or anyone else, and that way, because this way, knowing in advance we'd be putting that on there, we'd be giving them terrible cards. If you just say give me a black card, we have no idea what it's going to be used for, so we might go for a middle of the
Here's my
line.
I only have terrible cards.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, but I know what I'm doing.
It'll just make it okay, so now Nicolas Cage, who has already made a plan on his wet pool noodle, can curl into a ball and roll at super speed.
So he's Gumby.
Is encumbered.
Oh, that means he can't roll into a ball and go at super speed because he can only walk very slowly. 'Cause
That's unfortunate.
he's carrying so much stuff.
And now he has 1 strength and is min-max for magic.
Well, that works with
What
this
does that
one
mean?
strength.
Yeah.
What is min-max for magic?
It,
All the things are correct, so that he's really good at magic now.
which explains the 1 in strength. So, I have a troop of baboons, and each baboon has a titanium rhino horn growing out of its face. She's gonna rush up to Nicolas Cage and just tear him to pieces. He's made of clay. And really slow.
My Yeti is piloting a bomb disposal robot and is going to use that to avoid getting too close to this weird looking thing and smash the clay and dispose of it, around.
Is he avoiding getting too close or is he smashing it? Those are two.
He's got
He's
a
a bomb disposal robot.
bomb robot, so he's
Gotcha.
gonna, take Nicolas Cage apart, and the robot doesn't care about the wet pool noodle or magic.
Or have AI.
Or have AI, yeah. It doesn't care. So it's just gonna do its thing. Yeah, he's gonna be at a safe distance so the magic can't hurt him. And,
I have the Night King. I don't know who that is. But he's wearing armor made of ham.
Wait, is the Night King the zombie king from Game of Thrones?
Maybe. I don't know. Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, it's that guy.
He's the zombie king from Game of
That
Thrones.
doesn't help me.
With,
the Zombie King.
Ice
Sure.
zombies.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
They can only be
ice
killed
zombies wearing ham.
by obsidian and certain kind of steel.
So, Yeah, so there you go. So he doesn't care about the min-maxing for magic. He can just protect himself from the wet poo noodle with his armor made of
To be fair, I'm unclear about his abilities with magic stuff.
I'm
Because I don't
fairly
really know
certain
Game of Thrones. But he's a zombie, so.
he's fighting somebody made of clay. It doesn't really take anything more
Yeah.
than a fist.
Play versus zombie.
So yeah, he's gonna wreck that terracotta warrior with his cage.
I got a family of otters. They're all lizards. But the only thing casting out is Expelliarmus.
Oh no. Oh no. That will make. That
Yeah,
Expelliarmus
weird
is
stuff.
like when you disarm them, right?
Yeah, so I can disarm pretty much everything.
But that means.
No,
But since Nicolas Cage is a natural caster, the expelling him will only get rid of his excess gear, making him not encumbered anymore, and he can move at super speeds.
Okay.
Okay, wait, so what's yours again?
I have triple baboons. I have titanium rhino horns going out of their faces.
Right, okay. So, baboons with rhino horns, the Yeti with the robots, the Night King with hand,
the Hand King
or,
with knight.
or disarming otters.
The Nicolas Cage VR hero. He's got so much stuff, and like 2 of them are good. I mean, if he was fighting like things that were only made of fire, he would be great.
Let's see.
All I'm gonna say is that
I'll
my
go
guy
with
can't.
the baboons.
Yay!
They seem
Okay.
I think Nicolas Cage had a pet baboon or something at some point. I have Nicolas Cage! Again, I think.
Alright.
So Daniel is the judge.
Ooh.
Yeah, go to your hand, but then you draw those.
So
It's
one
one
white.
white and 2 black cards. Unless the cards say otherwise.
You're about it.
Oh
Oh
no!
gosh.
What is this?
A fly the size of this.
Fighting a fly the size of a horse.
Who's lawful good with an adorable animal companion. What is its adorable animal companion? It's a baby tiger.
Okay.
I'm ready? Alright. I am a manticore that can summon anything from eBay.
I am Thanos with a Dwarven Warhammer.
I am a Beastmaster whose animal companion is Tiamat.
Nice.
I am a traffic cop armed with an acid fire hose.
His animal companion is Tiamat.
Because to create your own speed. Yeah. You know you could have just had the with Tiamat as the animal
I
companion.
know, but then I can play 2.
But you can play 2 in twice.
So then I can draw 2 white cards instead of just 1.
Okay, that's a good
Fair
point. That's a
enough.
good point. You tell us what you want us to do. Okay.
Oh, wait. There's 4. Let's go.
the size of a horse, has an adorable animal companion, which is a baby tiger. It's lawful good,
Actually, I said horse.
armed with a jackhammer,
Sorry, guys.
armed with a money horse.
Hose.
Money hose is actually just a robot being controlled remotely by
And now you draw another white card.
a fighter.
Oh no. I made it worse.
Just roll a 1
That means he goes last. I was hoping that it'd be like Jar Jar Binks is controlling the thing. I know. Something equivalent to that.
What, like a mouse?
Yeah. Or a goldfish.
Or a planet?
So,
Maxwell's.
my manticore, do you know what manticore is? So a manticore has the, I believe it's the head of a lion.
It's the head of an ogre, body of a lion, and the scorpion's tail, and some spines. That was
Head of it.
it's usually like either another mammal.
It's one of those weird combination monsters. It can also summon anything from eBay. And you can buy all sorts of stuff on eBay.
You can buy
Cars,
souls.
Yes, but are you actually
Bottled air.
buying? Are you actually buying what you think you're buying?
So like,
Well, he'll
as
find
your,
out because he summons him. He doesn't know.
as your robot fly is attacking me, I can just keep
This is
summoning
the
like
soul.
car after car after car after car to just make a wall around myself.
Just go on and complain.
Yeah, and as I'm shooting spines at you for my scorpion tail.
Turkish rice has something that you
Yeah.
need to something if it's there.
That's me.
Soul. There's actually a soul.
Yeah. So my
Good pal
Warhammer-
Thanos.
Yeah, my good pal Thanos. He's big, right? He's a really big guy.
Very small hammer.
With a very small hammer, but that's okay because he's got a lot of force behind it.
He's using one hand.
Yeah, it's just one hand.
Going like this.
Yeah. So he was hoping to use it kind of like throw it and nail this giant fly robot. And so he's going to, and it's going to hit it so hard in the right spot that it's gonna like crack open and expose the fighter. And instead, Thanos is gonna come over and hit him really hard in the head.
He's being controlled remotely.
Oh, control remotely, whatever. So he's destroyed the robot, so that he can go find the fighter and hit him really hard in the head. So he's not dead also.
Alright, so, in case you don't know, Tiamat is a 5-headed dragon goddess. So, and because the robot is going last, my Beastmaster can have Tiamat shoot fire, lightning, acid, poison, which won't affect the robot in any way, and acid, and just destroy the robot entirely.
That's the same thing, but simpler. Because, I just got the acid, and like you said, you go last. So, pull out the hose, acid, and you're gone.
Man, that fire, that water, all that, that kill a robot like in 2 seconds. So yeah, I'll get to the man master.
I mean, Battle Master, the Beastmaster didn't really do much. It was too bad.
The Beastmaster tamed Tiamat.
That is terrifying.
It's my next D&D character.
We're gonna have some words
Ben,
about that.
it's really hard to hear because the music is super loud.
Good to know.
That's so weird. It's like really loud. It's just. Where is the. Wait. It's that speaker.
The speaker is too close to there.
No, it's because I have it going directly through my software.
Oh, that's just silly.
Actually, I'm gonna turn it back up for us.
Hey, look, there's words that I can't read.
Okay, cool. Anywho, I'm the judge now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed.
Cool. Let me restart.
Pass judgment.
Oh, I love this card. Okay, anyway, I'm disappointed that's not my card. So, you're fighting
Okay.
librarian.
A librarian, okay.
Armed with a squirt gun full of hot sauce.
Before.
And is secretly a vampire.
That's actually that goes together rather kind
It's kind of weird. Oh, it's kind of creepy, actually.
of. Yeah. Hello, can I help you? I've got hot sauce, and then you really get on my nerves.
Would you like to see the private collection is just down here?
I must insist my hot sauce never had garlic in it. It's just so common.
Wait, no. Okay. I am playing the Mountain, which is the
That
giant
was a
dude
character
from
from D&D. He is a drow
from,
ranger. And he has a panther.
what's it
for an animal
called? That
companion
show.
who dual-wields
Game of
scimitars.
Thrones.
that one. And
Okay.
he is armed with
He's
a
very
live
famous.
electric eel.
Cool.
I see.
There's lots of books written about him.
Cool.
And for you.
I have a cyborg assassin who can hide literally any weapon under their clothes.
Wow,
Oh, there's a
that's
winner.
pretty good.
Um.
Literally any weapon.
Steaks. Whole lot of steaks.
Nuke! How are you hiding that under that
Wait a
raincoat?
second.
I don't know, man. I tried finding where the gal come from and got all
I
lost.
stopped
Maybe it
asking.
goes together. I have a goblin warband with goblin explosives.
Oh, well then.
See, that's what I went to. I was like, hey, these go together.
I have a work corgi that can turn to any dinosaur.
A were-corgi that can turn into any dinosaur.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Never mind.
Wait.
Oh, it's that classical story of
Were-corgi-
were-corgis versus vampires. It's Twilight all over again. Alright. Pass.
Wait, if it's a were-corgi that turns into dinosaurs, is it like a were... Never mind, I don't...
Where Corgisaur?
I don't know.
Pass, skip over one to the left.
Okay.
So Hannah would go to Grady, Micah would go to
Gotcha.
Daniel, Daniel would go to Hannah.
So basically, trade across from me? Alternatively?
wait.
Sure, but there's no one across from us really.
No,
So.
no, you've got a were corgi with a.
You're not giving to Daniel, you're giving to Grady.
Daniel's given to you.
Oh, got it. You've
Alright,
got.
so-
No, wait.
Daniel.
Daniel's... they're trading and we're trading.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Daniel, your war corgi, or were corgi who can transform into a dinosaur, is fighting side by side with their entire fraternity.
Wait,
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Whoa.
you have the mountain on with live electric. Yo.
No.
It's mine.
I don't know.
Hannah does.
I get his.
I have
Yeah.
an enchanted glaive.
Right, right.
Friend to all animals.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got it. Next round.
So my cyborg assassin, who can literally hide any weapon under their clothes, is a friend to all animals.
Alright. So,
Are your goblins still goblin-y, or are they
Hannah,
stopping goblins?
we'll start
Still
with
goblin-y.
you.
They have huge
Okay.
tusks now.
So,
So they're more like trolls from World of Warcraft.
my
Sure.
Mr. the Mountain, he's not the most literate of people. I'm going based on his name. So he's gonna bust his way into the library, knock several stacks of books over on top of the librarian. He's gonna, if she shoots him with hot sauce, he's just gonna lick it off because that's cool. He's gonna throw his electric eel at her. And if she changes that into a vampire, he doesn't care, because that will also shock her and be a bad thing. And then he'll just leave most of her trapped underneath the stacks of books. I'm talking about, the shelvings.
Mhm.
And then hack his way through to her head with his glaive and decapitate her.
I like you assumed this librarian was a chick.
Whoa.
I was going to make a comment about it. I was like, I
No,
don't
better
care.
not.
It's
We got
like-
viewers.
That's sexist, Hannah. Guys could be librarians too.
I
This is
know.
coming from two former almost librarians.
Yeah, it's true. Forgot about that.
Alright, Micah.
So, friend to all animals thing, I don't think really comes into account here. We're in a library. I'm assuming that's where the hit's gonna take place. And it's a cyborg assassin, so he can have holy water, wooden stakes, silver bullets, anything he needs to take out a vampire.
Resistant to mind control. Cyborg part,
That's
It's true.
That's really good. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Yeah.
And then on the off chance he needs it, he has animal friends that he can call. Because Because he is a friend to all animals.
True. And he's
Even bats.
Yeah, so she can't like call on her rat or wolf friends to help out because he's friends too.
He's a Disney princess assassin.
Yeah, Disney princess cyborg assassin. Can hide a whole lot under those ball gowns. Gatling machine guns.
I want to see this movie now.
All
Did
right.
Disney make that a thing? Don't make it weird, just make it cool.
All right.
It's
A
alright.
little weird.
all
First
those
off,
things.
your librarian likes quiet because he's a librarian. So the Goblin War Band with Goblin explosives is very loud, and it's gonna throw her off her game or him. And
Our
So
non-gender
that's-
specific vampire librarian.
We can go with it since it is undead, which means it's no longer technically alive.
That's a good
oh,
word.
true. Okay.
So, it is a corpse.
Wait, it's undead?
Yeah,
Is that
it's a
what-
vampire.
Vampires are undead.
Well, okay.
Therefore, they've already died and they've ceased being a person.
Cool. So it will be thrown off its game because of the loud noises, and its biting and turning you into a vampire thing doesn't matter because there's an entire band of goblins, and
their teeth
so
are bigger.
that's true. And their tusks are bigger. And they don't really care if one of them turns into a vampire. Well. And explosives. Boom.
Okay.
Fire cures all ills.
All right, Daniel.
Well, since my word corgi can turn to any dinosaur, it's gonna turn to a T-Rex, and like pretty much the library is gonna be demolished.
It's Mortal Kombat style.
And it's fighting side by side with its fraternity of other dinosaurs. So I mean, pretty much the whole animal kingdom of dinosaurs is gonna be in there, and they're just gonna eat the vampire.
I'm pretty sure the fraternity would be other were-corgis. Just pointing that out.
Oh man, it is Twilight, but weirder.
Oh my god! So the were-corgis will run in, they'll tackle her and everything, and then the dinosaurs.
Or is this the PG version of Underworld?
The were-corgis will
It's the
tackle.
British version of Underworld.
The were-corgis will trip her up, and then the T-Rex will bite her in half and eat her.
Still a better story than Twilight.
Yeah.
I want to give it to the Were-Corgi versus Vampire Librarian storyline, but that cyborg assassin that can hide literally anything under the Cinderella-esque ball gown. It's just, I mean, I don't see how your Were-Corgis can get past like the mist form and the vampires like workarounds dying. But your cyborg assassin kind of has that covered.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, you have an enchanted glaive, which is pretty good, but if you get hot sauce in your eye, like ghost pepper hot sauce in your
That's
eye,
a good point.
Or just a chili dog walks by.
I mean, the
I don't know
cyborg,
what the mountain like.
the cyborg is good. Just the cyborg wins.
Yay.
So take your librarian cyborg.
Why are all the fights I'm winning the lean ones? I got a fly the size of a horse, which is actually kind of terrifying, and a librarian.
I gotta get going, guys. My parents want me to get the mail before it gets too
Oops,
late.
sorry. Alright.
Oh, so do you have to go bye-bye?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone say bye to Daniel.
Bye.
Just
Bye.
check out his channel in the links
Yeah.
below. Also, while I'm plugging things, check out my Patreon, guys. Please
Yeah, we have
give me
one.
money.
Thank you guys so
You have
much.
one person watching.
It was great.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye. That means we can scoot over and I can actually sit here.
No, stay where you
Sorry.
are.
Hang on.
Beep beep.
Beep.
Bye.
Alright.
I have two heads upon my wall.
Yes! Yes!
Giant fly heads.
This
and
is
the
so
librarian
perfect.
vampire's head.
Alrighty.
What's so perfect?
So,
That's not it. Wait, check. Not you.
All right. Yeah.
Alright.
This librarian.
so
Well, it's got
we are fighting the Witch King, who knows how to cast Fireball
Oh no.
and is armed with a retro sci-fi laser blaster.
Noise.
Yikes.
But we're in a dystopian future, ruled by the Necromancer.
Oh, so it's basically future Lord of the Rings.
Yes, we're in Lord of the Rings in the future.
I see.
And also, laser blasters are a thing now, and our Witch King has one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I have the perfect thing.
Okay, so in the past, like with my baboons with their horns, I've said that that modifier card affected all of them.
Mhm.
I am not sure if it's the case for this one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, but I'm gonna leave it up to you. Although it doesn't matter. Because, are we ready?
Mhm.
I have a squad of bandits. I'm feeling like the Mad Max futuristic style here. And either one of them is armed with this, or they're all armed with a purse filled with infinite chihuahuas. By the way, it's an all-female band of bandits. Just to be clear. Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Well,
Not saying that you can't feel absolutely masculine with your man purse. I'm just saying that the Witch King. So, if I can specify, I'm specifying them as female road warrior women with infinite chihuahuas.
Okay. So it's like a bunch of bandit Paris Hiltons.
Infinite chihuahuas.
Bandit chihuahuas.
At the very least, we'll just overwhelm you with sheer force.
Okay, hang on. Yes.
all right. So I have an innkeeper with a tavern full of adventurers,
Oh boy!
itching to go off on a quest to slay the Witch King.
I mean, you probably hired me.
All right. Great.
I'm gonna go with this
That's a good one.
Drizzt Tord. How do you say that?
Drizzt
Drizzt Do'Urden fellow.
Okay.
But
He
Ranger,
is.
Beastmaster, has a panther, 2 scimitars.
Oh, cool.
He's
Can't-
hot. He's a dark elf.
He's a really
He's a
hot
good
dark
guy.
elf. He can't see well in the light though.
Okay.
he becomes invisible while holding his breath.
Nice.
Okay. Play your second card on yourself.
Yes. So my squad of female bandits armed with a purse full of infinite chihuahuas have as a legendary sword. Thank you. Sorry, Hannah.
Okay.
All right. So my innkeeper, with his tavern full of adventurers, is armed with a Civil War musket.
Good.
Nice.
You need that.
I also have a centaur raiding party to help me out, or rather, he has one to help me
So
out.
hang on. I just like to say in argument for everyone, Micah's character housed us all.
Yeah, pretty much.
We all came from his inn. I'm pretty sure.
Alrighty. Let me hear.
So even if you guys win, I really win.
Yeah.
I want to hear about your squad of bandits. Your squad of Paris Hiltons.
Okay, so again, since it says armed with a legendary sword, that I feel like that is one legendary sword
Right.
per the group. So I think it's also one purse of infinite chihuahuas.
Okay, so Paris with her.
So it's Paris, who's now a like biker chick, Mad Max style futuristic person. In addition to several other women, one of which is armed with a legendary sword. Between the legendary sword,
Which legendary sword?
yeah, I was just thinking of like a longsword of slang or something like that, but
Not like Excalibur or the Masamune or the Master Sword or I can't remember Aragorn's sword's name for the life of me.
Anduin.
Sure, let's go for it.
there's Underroll and
Underroll.
Nerseal.
Anduin is something else.
It's a-
Blandring,
Yeah.
Well,
Sting.
I was gonna say it was like Eowyn's sword, but I
Sting's
can't
a
remember
dagger, though.
what her sword
True.
is, if she has a fancy sword or not. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Blade of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword.
Okay.
And all these infinite chihuahuas, I mean, a lot of them are female chihuahuas. So basically, the Witch King's gonna come up, no man can defeat me, and then you just hear a chorus of cocking shotguns as this army of
They don't.
crop top leather jackets, obviously, all walk forward and start, shooting at the
Army
Witch
hummus
King.
with the one spike on them.
Yeah, and then an army of chihuahuas just start like swarming. They're being decapitated in droves. The Witch King is just carving through them, but one of the little ones bites him on the back of his knee, and he falls down a bit. And then Paris Hilton walks up and says, "I'm not a man," and stabs him in the face with the Master Sword.
And he gets past his fireballs and his laser blaster.
That's what the chihuahuas are for. They're meat shields.
Ah.
Very, very toasty meat shields. Infinite chihuahuas, you can solve a lot of problems with that.
You
And
really
world
can.
hunger.
That's actually not a bad idea. Alright. So, your innkeeper.
Well, he has a tavern full of adventurers that he can send on quests to slay the Witch King.
Are any of them female? Because
I'm sure at least half of them are based off of, you know,
yeah,
how the world works.
that's a good one.
How
Point
populations work, it's usually about 50-50.
Yeah.
And adventuring is an equal opportunity
Employer,
employer,
as is death.
as is death.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for, you know, we're in a dystopian future ruled by the necromancer, so death is really just another job opportunity. So yeah, I can.
Jacob says, chihuahuas.
So yeah, so basically I can set up the
Yeah.
perfect party to go slay the Witch King.
Okay.
He probably teamed up Paris Hilton with the chick with the infant chihuahuas.
Yeah, alright, let's hear about your
Yes, well, I don't know too much about him, but he sounds pretty cool. He's got scimitars and cool
Everyone
stuff.
tried to beat him after the books came out.
There you go. And he's hard to beat. And you see, he has a centaur raiding party, and that's going to draw out most of the attention because they're visible. Whereas he, I don't know if it's specified that he can hold his breath for a long time, but he can do a lot of other stuff.
I'm
So
sure
he
he's-
can at least
I'm
hold
sure he
his
has a
breath
high
for a
constitution.
decent,
Yeah.
amount of
Probably.
time. So, while the Witch King is throwing fireballs
Also, he's
and
not a man.
laser
he's an elf.
blasters at
Ah,
his
good
centaur raiding party, and I mean they're centaurs, they're probably holding their
They're
own.
also not man.
Yeah.
This Drizzt fellow will hold his breath and sneak up behind him and scimitar him to death.
Okay, and he can do that because he is an elf and not a man.
Yes.
There you go.
So. good
The
job.
Witch King vastly over assumed his abilities
I know.
with that whole not a man thing.
Yep, he's like, oh crap, we're invading the dwarves? I'm sorry, Sauron, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. They're
I got
dwarves,
a
not
poker
men.
game that I gotta be at.
Me and the other 9, we're gonna be having, you know,
we have a union meeting.
cocktails and
I have to tend the bar because I'm the only one who can make it. Whatever.
I'm the designated flyer.
designated flyer right here. Yeah,
Dwarves are into heavy drinking. We can't. Nah, man, I gotta stay away from there.
All right. I really like that. I feel like the innkeeper is the ultimate winner, but I do feel like the people who are actually doing the work would be the Paris Hilton squad, which feels awful. But Paris Hilton kills the Witch King.
I'll give you the sci-fi laser. Yeah. Upgrade your musket.
cool.
That feels wrong.
That's why I love this game. Paris Hilton can beat the Witch King with chihuahuas.
You never
I'm
know.
gonna drop from this side for our person, and I'm also gonna be throwing in whatever these purple ones are called.
Awesome.
I think they're like complications or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what they're called.
Yeah. So you are fighting a killer whale who can't stop coughing.
That's unfortunate.
He's wearing boots of levitation,
I don't
and
know
also
how.
all fighters are piloting giant robots.
Yes.
Okay.
This sounds like a character from The Tick. I'm just gonna assume that this killer whale's giant fighting robot is wearing the boots of levitation because
Yeah.
the killer whale can't wear them.
I'm
So
ready.
for the sake of this, he is the only, unless you guys have a modifier, he's the only one in a robot that can fly.
Can you? Does levitation let you like go up into the air, or do you just like stay at a certain? Well, I'm unclear how levitation works.
If I recall correctly,
I feel like you
levitation
can't
is
fly.
you
I mean,
can go
levitation-
up and down, but you cannot move side to side unless you have something to like kind of grab on.
Got
so
it.
basically,
If you have a movable rod, you can row yourself.
yes, basically, or you can just kind of like use space mechanics,
Got it.
just kind of floating until wind
All right.
resistance stops you.
Just grab something
So-
really heavy and then go up and.
I'd like to note that all fighters are piloting giant robots, and I have a horde of orcs.
Oh!
I don't know why you being the group ones, but anyway,
A horde of giant fighting
either
robots.
each orc or each robot or the orcs between all of them, somewhere in the mix, there's 6 extra arms. I like to think that between the horde of orcs, there are just 6 extra arms on the robot somewhere, so one has 3 arms.
I was just imagining the horde of orcs all have like different Voltrons, so there's just like 5 in each different robot piloting it together.
Alright. I I have a silverback gorilla. I thought we'd go with the animal theme. And he can pull anything out of his cargo shorts that he's wearing for some reason.
Well, he can repair his own mech while he's inside it. You just say, "Oh, I need to fix that."
Because he's Tracy from the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Alright.
Alrighty.
I feel like you're the only one who saw that. So,
Inside of my giant robot is Danny DeVito. And let's see. He has textbooks. Yep.
All right. So what you guys are going to do with your black card is you're going to apply it to the giant fighting robots.
Uh-huh.
So it'll affect the robots that everybody has.
so all giant robots have these extra effects.
Yes.
Okay, so should we make it our own stack for that?
I see. So like, can we stack it on this?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
all these robots have drills on the front of their faces.
They're armed with iocane powder.
That's so helpful.
I know.
And they
Take
have
that and you're exhausted.
a sack of gold.
Loot drops.
Okay. This is awful.
This is something.
It's beautiful.
Okay. So, every single orc is piloting a giant robot, and I'm an entire horde. I mean, even if we can't, fly up to meet you, we can just human ladder ourselves up to you. We got a couple of additional arms with us Voltroning in and out of it. There's mech suits. So one of these is gonna grab you. We're gonna try to rip off those boots of levitation. Basically they're just thruster boots, really, at this point, and try to apply it to our own things. We'll give it to the goblins. They'll reverse engineer it. Just sheer numbers. We're just gonna rip Willie apart.
Oh.
Okay. Well, my
Back in
silverback
childhood.
gorilla is going to pull some rockets and nukes out of his cargo shorts, and
Or an anti-magic field.
jump out of his on top of his giant robot so he can do some modifications, attach the rocket so
But
that
wouldn't
now.
he get hit with iocane powder? If he left his robot?
That is a good point.
It's even your card.
So
I will
he's-
use your cards against you.
Anything you play can and will be used against you in the court of law.
So he. Oh no. Okay. So before he gets out of his robot, he's going to put on a
Hazmat suit.
hazmat suit and climb out and.
Goes out of shorts.
I pull up hair shorts. I want shorts.
Hazmat suit out, puts a hazmat suit on, gets out, puts rockets on his robot, so now his robot can fly. Flies up, attaches some machine guns and nukes because why not overkill?
Attaches the nukes. Ah.
Suicide
Launchers.
bomber.
This is for
Launchers.
Harambe.
Flies up face to face with the killer whale, and shoots it with everything he has just now attached out of his shorts to his robot. Then he goes off and decides to become King Kong. So,
Cool. All right. So, I'm not sure if Danny DeVito knows how to pilot giant robots, but he has a bunch of textbooks. So he's gonna sit there. He's gonna pull them out. He's gonna do some reading, and he's gonna study up on his physics and his geometry and whatnot, electronics and etc. And he's gonna figure out how the robot works. Maybe learn enough to make a few modifications. And then once he does so, well, the robot kind of speaks for itself. Drill into the killer whale's drill on the robot's face into the killer whale's face.
Kiss, fight.
Do both at the same time.
And iocane powder and lobbing gold at it. And if he feels like it, he can maybe add the textbooks to the sack of gold, make it even heavier. So yep, there you go.
decisions.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Horde of Orcs.
Yeah. He's got 3 cards.
I have a killer whale, the Witch King, and Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage, the Witch King, and the killer whale walk into a bar.
Oh, that's nice. You keep your guys alive. I chop off their heads and put them on my wall.
No.
Okay.
Ooh. Yes.
You're battling an ancient and powerful vampire
Oh no.
who can manipulate emotions with a touch
That was a Ravnican vampire.
and hasn't slept in 6 days.
How is he alive?
Vampire.
I know, but they still have to rest.
Let's see.
I
Maybe should add
have the
something.
right thing.
I also have the right thing.
I have the only thing that is more evil
Let's see what these
than an
do.
ancient and powerful
Oh
vampire.
boy. We might have to
But-
edit this.
Your goal is to win the most Girl Scout patches.
Ah.
You know what? I'm gonna stick with it because I'm gonna lose anyway. But I'm gonna stick with it. You know.
Wait.
All right. I'm ready.
Yep, I'm
Win
ready.
The most girls.
Mine still works.
Okay, you're not gonna go with the girl.
Maybe I'll go with this.
I know, but I was thinking she might get kicked out for, dress
Everything.
code.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Alright.
So your ancient and powerful vampire hasn't slept in 6 days. Well, my rock golem hasn't
Wait a
had any
second.
coffee and will not shut up about it. So really, it's just your Girl Scout vampire and my Girl Scout rock golem are just gonna keep bickering, and we're just gonna get ourselves thrown out because we're just bickering for so long we don't even compete. I'm taking one for the team, guys.
Wait, so is the goal like it's a
win.
battle between the two of them?
No, it's a
No,
battle for
all
everyone.
of us.
But
Who
then,
would win the most Girl Scout
But then,
patches?
aren't I just choosing between the? What does this have anything to do with it?
Because he is also competing.
Yeah, but
But he can't win.
So it's really
Exactly.
there's a contest between the two, between ours compared to him, who would win the most Girl Scout patches.
Yeah.
but it's not compared to him
Or-
because only you guys can win, so it's just compared to each other.
Kind of.
Kind of.
But you set the bar.
You set the bar. This is like the person who already has a bunch of patches.
Yeah, she's been up for so long just working on her
you
patches.
Can we have him remove the thing if he just...
So we're like the people who like came in like 2 days before like the time period is up, and we have to get like as many patches as we can in 2 days in order to even match that person.
Okay.
If that makes it easier.
Well, I've got a sentient crash test dummy armed with a wizard staff. So she don't care about your vampire because vampires have no effect on the crash test dummy. So she's just gonna do her thing and get her patches, and she doesn't need to sleep or anything because
But if
like
she's sentient, she has emotions. You can have those manipulated.
that's true. But she can't be turned into a vampire. So So she's just gonna try and avoid that and use her wizard staff to help her get all of her patches, and he doesn't need sleep, and she can do things quickly
So
because
this dummy identifies as female.
yes.
I'd like to note that my rock golem isn't truly sentient, it's just programmed by its creator. So it's been programmed to never shut up about not having coffee. I think it's parroting its creator, really.
Alright, so there we go.
Well, I have a lawyer who can only move by crab walking.
So, lawyer.
I kind of imagine that it's actually just Groucho Marx.
Alrighty, so what do we do with our extra card?
Oh right. I don't know. Add it to
Oh, hang
the
on.
person to your right.
What are you? Ah, here. I'm gonna just give you that. I gotta change up the batteries.
This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, what is it there?
There's one. Shoot, I know. I will look it up because I'm blanking. Because I want to say it's one thing, but I don't think it's.
Oh,
one
it's
thing.
like the
Wait, don't tell me. I'll get there.
The thing that exploded, it was really bad.
It's
Starts with the Hindenburg.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure.
A blimpy thing?
Yeah, an airship.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why it keeps doing this, and it's really annoying. Okay. Okay, this is... Sorry, I have to do... I had it all set up in my other...
Previously on Lawrence McGuffin. No, you rolled a 1! No, you rolled
that's why.
You're
Must
out
match.
of order. You're out of order.
Oh dear.
Ben, you skipped me again. Roll better next time. How do I cast spells?
How do I rage? I persuade him to not stab me in the face. He stabs you in the neck. But I roll a 30. Well, he still wants to murder you. I mean, that's still a thing. Kelton can't even
I would
defend
like
himself.
to roll to not be here, please. What do I roll to win?
Everything. All right.
How do dice work?
All right.
Tad askew.
A little bit.
All right.
My next D&D character's name is going to be Tad Askew.
Okay.
He will be a frogman. So
Alrighty.
then it's funny on 2 different levels.
So Ben has a rock golem that's been programmed to complain incessantly about not having any coffee. And he carries a fairy in a bottle.
Oh, that's just cruel.
I mean, yeah, especially since like I'm not really alive. I can't die. The fairy can't like revive me or anything. It's just there. It's just trapped. My creator was a terrible person.
You
Alright.
should feel bad.
If I had feelings, I would.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
They're saying what they wanted, your hair.
What? What?
That's what Corbin said. What she got on to see was your hair.
Oh. Anyway, that's my argument. I'm programmed to be the best. My master program
best
needs to
at
be the best
complaining.
at everything. I'm super competitive. I'm rude. I am mean.
And eventually you'll turn on your creator and try and kill him.
He's already dead. I mean, that's
So the rabbi didn't erase your...
No, he had this
Your forehead.
accident where he kept trying to work on me to perfect me. That's why he never slept, and he kept relying on coffee, really. And the last thing I remember is him like, man, I haven't had any coffee. Man, I could do better if I had coffee. Well, man, if I had coffee, maybe I could make this golem work. I'm gonna drink this coffee. Oh no, it's acid. And that's when I came to life.
Well, my sentient crash test is armed with a wizard staff, and despite the fact that it's at 10% battery, because apparently crash test dummies have those, she's gonna try really hard to find a way to recharge her battery.
Yeah, everybody knows you have to charge up your crash test dummy before you test things. Gotta make sure you get all the right data. It's like, oh, sorry, the battery died. We lost all the data from that crash test. Sorry, guys, my bad.
So yeah, so
I was charging all night. I don't know what happened.
she's gonna go and win the most Girl Scout patches by using her wizard staff and
Constantly using lightning on herself to...
yeah, lightning herself to recharge that battery, and
So that's how batteries work.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
If you stick your phone in the microwave, it'll recharge.
Or if you put batteries on the roof during a lightning storm.
Yeah.
Cool. Micah.
So, being a lawyer, I will be able to get access to census data, and then I can use my dirigible to go to the places with use census data and records in order to find out the best routes and places in order to get patches, and then I can use my dirigible to get there faster.
Okay,
I think that makes a lot of sense. Congratulations.
you lawyered your way into that one. Okay.
That was my plan. My plan was to lawyer.
Are these
Lawyer.
going in a
Just
Just
stick
put
them
'em
underneath
under.
you.
Hey, just a little FYI.
Yes.
So we got a cat.
Cool.
We have
Okay.
And it bit mom.
Uh-huh.
So it's starting to swell. So she's going to the doctor. So if I have to spontaneously leave every once in a while, there's just some stuff around the house I have to make sure it doesn't catch on fire.
Cool. I
Cool.
prefer my house
Awesome.
to not burn.
All right. Cool. So we can get rid of these.
Yes.
Alrighty.
And I'm judging, aren't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are judgment.
All right. Pass me one of everything.
Oh.
One of everything?
One of everything.
Just one of everything.
Yes, I want to draw this last one myself. It's very important to me.
Uh-huh.
So, the scene. Dracula's castle.
No, there goes our ancient and powerful vampire.
Right.
Who is
All
secretly-
fighters are flying in on hang gliders. I'm ditching the yellow card because it doesn't make any sense. It's who can survive the longest at sea at Dracula's castle. Anyway,
Baby Dracula's castle suddenly got launched out of the Transylvanian mountains and landed in the ocean.
No, everyone.
alright, so
And that's why we're hang gliding.
also the hero is Aquaman, so you all lose. So I'm throwing out the yellow card. Dracula's castle. All fighters are flying in on hang gliders. Aquaman, who just called the police on his opponent, has Hobbit stealth.
Wait. And the purple one is hang gliders?
Yeah, you're all flying on hang gliders.
Ah!
Ah.
I have a great thing, but
To the bottom, please.
ah! But I want to play this anyway, so
Yeah, no, I have to use this. I have to do this. This is cool.
Jacob says, Draclantis.
Don't worry, son. The next black create your own card will be Helen's boot.
alright. I'm gonna go with my swarm of zombies
Okay.
with hang gliders. And a magical. Is it one magical floating sword, or do they all have magical
The
floating
swarm of
swords?
zombies have a magical floating
Okay.
sword that follows them around and stabs their enemies.
So yeah,
Okay.
So there's just a magical sword that just kind of orbits the zombies.
and stabs things.
All right.
I have a self-driving car armed with a fear-seeking missile launcher.
Cool.
How is it okay, cool.
All fighters have hang gliders, so I imagine this self-driving car is like the Gadget Mobile or something.
Yeah.
That just,
Okay.
things just kind of pop out and it does this.
Okay,
All right.
that works.
I've got Black Panther, hang gliding,
Nice.
All
leading
right.
a team of elite ninjas. Also
Whoa.
hang gliding.
Oh wow!
That's.
That's
Good.
I want to see that. Black Panther and ninjas versus Aquaman, and then the SWAT team shit. Okay, cool. Pass me.
That sounds like maybe
your black
actually
card.
Marvin. Pass
But I have
you
cool
the
black
black
cards
card.
that I want to keep for myself.
I know. I've
Uh,
got a pairing that I'm like, ah!
I'm going to
I have a
draw
really cool
one
black card.
additional black card.
I have a really cool black card that I'm just
shuffle them up
saving
and
for
divvy
something
them
cool.
Okay.
Okay, I have two cards that I want to play as a thing.
Pick a card.
Choose wisely.
Pick a card. Pick a card.
No!
What's the create your own?
I didn't put it in.
Did anyone put in create your own?
Did you draw create your
Okay,
own?
I'm going to put the create your own in here and draw. My okay. Aquaman is armed with 3 healing potions.
Oh no.
My swarm of zombies with their magical floating sword that stabs their enemies they're covered in tarantulas.
Oh my.
And my self-driving car, armed with a fear-seeking missile launcher, is balancing at the top of a ladder.
How does your card do all this?
It's hoping that he's gonna make Aquaman afraid that he's gonna tip over and fall, so then he can use his missile launcher.
Well, the police really won't be much help with this, because
Yeah, the police are gonna also be afraid, so there's just gonna be missiles everywhere.
Black Panther has a bag of holding.
oh, that's where that
Is
went.
it holding all the ninjas?
I don't know. I'm just thinking he's just storing a bunch of Black Panther-y gadgets in there. And just...
Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever!
Oh my god.
Or maybe ninja stars that his friends
So,
gave him.
How is your swarm of zombies covered in tarantulas with that one magic sword? How's that gonna beat Aquaman?
So they're gonna come in on their hang gliders and kind of vaguely dogpile on top of Aquaman.
Okay.
And I know he's got 3 healing potions, but whatever. They're gonna keep. There's a swarm of them. So it doesn't matter if one of them gets knocked aside or dismembered or whatever. They're just gonna keep coming and dropping it on top of Aquaman until eventually they just overwhelm him. And when the police arrive, like, it doesn't matter because they're zombies.
Just more zombies,
And
really.
they don't care. And the Hobbit stealth doesn't matter because they're not that, like,
Aware
anyway. So they're not gonna find him really on purpose. They're just gonna be
The
there.
trenches will send some.
It just turns Dracula's castle into like Resident Evil, basically.
Exactly, with tarantulas.
So many
A
tarantulas.
lot of tarantulas who will eat the healing potions and become giant tarantulas.
That's not how healing potions work.
Whatever.
They do what they say. Heal.
Okay, then a few zombies get the healing potions by accident and become zombie kings.
It's
Okay.
old D&D rules, then they die.
All right. So, your self-driving car, hang gliding, while also balancing the top of a ladder. Is the ladder also on a hang glider?
Yes.
I think
The ladder hang glides in, and then the self-driving car lands on top of that. So, we're going to use the ambient fear, since we are in Dracula's castle, to use the fear-seeking missile launcher.
Okay.
But if it's ambient fear, then won't the missile launcher not know where to go? It'll be like fog.
No, fear is an emotion that only creatures can have. And I'm a self-driving car, so it can't shoot me, even though I'm balancing precariously on this ladder. If the police show up, they're all. What are they gonna do? I'm a car balancing on a ladder. They can't arrest me.
Okay.
Bring it.
So,
Grady.
here's what I'm thinking.
I
Black
think
Panther is Black
wins.
Panther.
Right.
I mean, he's hang gliding, he's swooping in and slashing and then hopping back to his hang glider, and you can't touch it. Now, one of the ninjas used the bag of holding to just stash in it, like, all the weapons he possibly could, all the ninja stars, all the throwing, just everything. So,
Grenades.
and the others,
Shuriken,
you know, and the
kunai.
other ninjas, they've got their own stuff too, and everyone's hang gliding. So, you know, you've got a few healing potions, but that's a lot of damage between all those ninjas, Black Panther, and all the weapons in the bag of holding.
Okay. I'm gonna say your swarm of zombies, Aquaman, and I mean even the police turn, Aquaman's gonna eventually work his way through all of them because they don't have, except for that magic sword.
Right.
That could be a problem.
I could stab him.
But I have a feeling,
Stab.
I have a feeling that he'll find a way to work around the magic sword and then just take out all the
The
zombies.
tarantulas.
They can even bite through his skin.
Oh, I forgot
Your
to
self-driving
mention that
car.
Black Panther's metal will
Right.
probably
Vibrate.
penetrate his skin very easily.
The tarantulas fling their hairs and it irritates the skin.
It's true.
So your self-driving car, I feel like just loses just on the fact that it has no desire to kill Aquaman, nor the capability.
It's a self-driven car. It is driven to kill Aquaman.
Even so, that missile launcher just doesn't have the ability to hurt him. I mean, it'll be like, ow, oh man, you ripped my shirt. Oh, I'm Jason Momoa. Ah, but Black Panther plus an army of ninjas.
It's a team.
Whatever. I mean, then after they take out the police, they're armed with the police's weapons as well. Which, again, won't affect Aquaman, but I'm sure Black Panther is a member of the Illuminati. He will figure something out.
What?
I think
I think it'll take a while to get to Dracula's castle for the police.
that too. I feel like even
Nothing but time.
Okay, we got a
It
call
made-
from what?
is that in our jurisdiction? I feel like even if it goes into a
I
war
don't
of
feel
attrition,
like we care.
even if
I'm
it turns into
fairly
a war of
certain that
attrition, I feel like Black Panther has the longest running shot at this. I'm gonna give it to Black Panther. Maybe if you can shove those into there.
Dispose.
Alrighty. Give me the discard black cards. Oh, I'm judging.
Yeah, you can't try and be useful.
White cards?
Sure. Alrighty, so we have
ourselves here today.
here, shuffle these.
Oh dear.
Spin.
Yes! Alright. For who wants to be the worst doctor? You have to be worse than a pirate captain. With a deployed parachute stuck to their back. Riding a fell beast. So, be worse than that at healing people, and you can be the worst doctor.
I know exactly what I'm playing.
So, this is
Well, I don't know exactly what I'm playing.
who wants to be a bad physician.
Who is this? Is this a D&D person?
I don't recognize that.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
no.
we had to Google him last time.
Worst doctor.
Alright. Have my worst doctor.
No, I think that one's gonna be funny for later on. Okay. I'm ready.
Alright,
So you are a pirate captain.
yes.
Now I'm armed with a heat ray, but that's beside the point. I can't use it because I'm the iceberg that sank the Titanic. You might accidentally help somebody by like giving them advice on how scurvy works. I'm just going to kill them all by being an iceberg and make them sad at the same time.
With a heat ray.
And the heat ray's just on me somewhere.
Okay.
Jack could have used it to, keep himself warm or melt the iceberg and save the day, but he didn't know it was there.
So really, it was a heat ray left behind by a time traveler who was going to save the Titanic, but then realized the repercussions thereof and left, but forgot the heat ray.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, I think a worse doctor than that is a really mean camel riding a griffin.
Okay.
He doesn't even care. He's gonna feed you to his griffin because he doesn't care about your problems. He's mean.
Alright, let's
He'll
do
spit on you.
Alright. I don't exactly know what a hill giant is referring to, but it's a giant, and it's called a
The
hill
smallest
giant.
of
So
the giants.
it's okay,
Oh,
but
I
it's
think
still it's
ogres and
probably
trolls
not
are small.
very fine tuned. It's rather
Yeah.
gruff and
Mhm.
Uneducated.
and he's got 2 axes, so he might try to
He's very good at
if he goes to
lobotomizing.
perform yeah, he might try to do surgery, and he'll get the first part right where he opens you up, but putting you back together is not going to be so easy.
Okay.
Gonna have to
Extra
amputate.
black card to the right.
Black card to the right.
I like both of these, but
I really like both of these.
I really like this one, but here you go.
Okay, I'm going to give you one of my favorite cards in the game.
Aw. So sweet, sharing is caring.
So my iceberg, the entire iceberg, is wearing a legendary set of armor. There's a blacksmith who's like, you know what? I hate Star Cruise Lines. I hate the Irish. I hate the British. I hate the Americans. I hate giving an Oscar to Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm going to handcraft a suit of armor, not just for the tip of that iceberg, the entire iceberg. And that iceberg's gonna sink the Titanic. And it's gonna make Rose sad, and she's gonna have to marry that jerk. Yeah. So yeah, the iceberg's wearing a suit of legendary armor.
Alright, so
Okay.
my really mean camel riding a griffin is min-maxed for melee combat.
Okay.
He is ready to throw down with his patience.
Alrighty.
He's a horse doctor.
My giant dual-wielding axes has a magical Brontosaurus as a familiar.
You're welcome.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I love that card.
Wait,
But I
which
have a
one is the
combo I want to save for
Brontosaurus?
later.
It's not the long neck.
Is that the long
It's
neck
the
one?
long neck dinosaurs.
Awesome.
That's the one that has been called an apatosaurus by the U.S.
Okay.
government.
The camel was winning because I'm sorry, an iceberg isn't. No.
It's just not violent enough. I
No.
know. I was hoping
the
to break your
camel was
hearts.
super winning, but the giant with the brontosaurus.
But I'm a horse doctor with a that rides around on a creature that eats horses. I'm really mean.
I know, but I'm kind of thinking this weird
Yeah, like
giant.
I'm gonna go. Hey, Brontosaurus friend, come help me out. And the Brontosaurus will be okay.
Squish.
You're
by
just
the way,
deadly.
Jacob just called the legendary armor maker the Brawley of blacksmiths.
I want to armor up the biggest thing.
I'm going to protect the biggest thing. It's Brawley's arch nemesis.
All right, that's something.
I shall also do one of each,
Boy,
but I will do one of each, but I retain the right to disregard one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna the yellow ones aren't as cool, so I'm gonna disregard the yellow one.
You kind of have to just have the yellow one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the location, the Golden Gate Bridge.
sweet.
It's gonna get destroyed.
While it is raining spiders,
It's raining
we are
spiders.
fighting a mimic who is commanding a centaur raiding party and is armed with iocane powder. You'll never see it coming. You just think it's just one of those toll booths, but really it's a mimic armed with iocane powder.
Oh my. I'm ready.
You ready to throw down?
I think so.
So, with my classic strategy of just brute force as many bodies as possible,
Dang it.
I have the New York Police Department.
The
A bit out of their element being in San Francisco, but the NYPD has contracted lycanthropy and is now a werewolf. So you can decide if they all Voltron into one werewolf or if the NYPD are all werewolves.
I think they're all werewolves.
Okay.
Okay. I wish I had gone for the funnier one, but now I'm doing this. I have Red Sonja, leading an army of brainwashed cultists.
Chainmail bikinis, chainmail bikinis, chainmail. Yeah.
All right, guys, are you ready?
Yes.
I don't know.
Beneath the Golden Gate Bridge,
Okay.
in the quiet, or maybe not so quiet waters below, lurks the Megalodon.
Yes!
He has all the powers of a Disney princess. Which means it can summon all its fish friends to help it out, even though it
Birds
doesn't need
too.
any help, and birds, and anything. So,
Can we not add another black card? Because I don't think we need one.
Actually, what I was going to do is I
I
was
didn't
going
need
to
a
draw
black card
3
at all.
and then give
That
them
works.
to
That
you.
works.
Oh, he's choosing.
They're all so good. And they're all so funny.
are you choosing who to give them to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to get this one. You're going to get that one because it's funny, and you're also going to get that one.
Yes!
This is intense.
Oh my.
I have 2 armies.
Oh my. Brainwash. Okay, so I'm gonna start with mine. So, crime has skyrocketed in New York, and the police department is like, you know what? We're just gonna lay off every single police officer. We're gonna blank slate, start over. Every single officer of the New York Police Department has to be above reproach and have the training of a Navy SEAL. And as part of their ritual to join the New York Police Department, this most hallowed of traditions, they must be bitten by a lycanthrope and become werewolves. So the Navy SEAL Werewolf New York Police Department is coming. It's coming to the Golden Gate Bridge, and they're gonna find this mimic. It is armed with iocane powder. That might be a problem. I'm not sure how high constitution werewolves have, if they can tank it or not, but we'll see. Do they have poison resistances? Or do they have disease
But I feel like
They're
Navy
just-
SEAls
they
have a
are
constitution
immune
of like
to
infinity.
piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons that are not silvered.
Okay.
That's the only thing they have.
Because it's like Skyrim werewolves are immune to diseases, so. Anyway.
Okay, so Red Sonja,
With her 2 armies.
with her 2 armies, she has 2. Alright. She is leading an army of
1,
brainwashed
2,
cultists.
10.
So she is watching watching the battle and directing it. Because she's got the brainwashed cultists coming on one side of the Golden Gate Bridge, while on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge, an army of White Walkers is approaching. So they're going to cross and just smash the mimic between them.
Don't forget he has a centaur.
With the centaur raiding party.
It's a raiding party, not an army. Just
Right. So they're gonna overwhelm with numbers, and the White Walkers, like, there's only a few things that really hurt them, but they're really zombies, so they don't care. So they'll get together and kind of, you know, shove the centaurs off the bridge, which might mean a couple cultists will just jump because they're brainwashed. And
The cultists are just a handicap at this point.
right.
no, you
Red
sacrifice
Sonja,
them so you can keep your demon on the board.
exactly. Red Sonja is safe because she's, you know, directing this. She's leading it. She doesn't have to be like there.
She's the backseat leader.
So she's safe from the iocane powder. And if the White Walkers get hit with the iocane powder, whatever, they're already dead. And if the brainwashed cultists, they're brainwashed. That's what they're for. So
This is so hard.
that's how they're gonna do it. And because of the brainwashing and because of the undeadness, no one's gonna care about the raining spiders.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's raining
It
spiders.
is raining spiders.
It's raining
I'm going to use
spiders.
those spiders. You see, remember, Megalodon has all the powers of a Disney princess.
Oh no!
The sky is raining with Megalodon's minions right now. There are just spiders everywhere, and they are doing whatever Megalodon lurking beneath in the, again, still or perhaps not so
San
still waters
Francisco Bay.
underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, whatever he desires. So they're gonna sneak away, maybe find the laser cannon somehow, pull it up to the bridge. Meanwhile, a swarm of birds comes into this mimic and goes all around him, and he's confused and what's going on, and then before you know it, the spiders have used this laser cannon to blast off the edges of the bridge, and he feels himself falling down into the waters, and then Megalodon comes up, his mouth closes, and he goes down.
And scene.
That was beautiful.
Oh man, I'm not even mad that my lycanthrope New York Police Department of Navy SEALs. I feel like they're not gonna win here, but I'm not even mad.
No, I like this Disney Princess Megalodon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Megalodon.
Yeah.
He seems like the most
I
fun.
was like, Megalodon. That is so fun. We're in the, yes,
Gives you a mimic.
the location definitely.
Oh, it's a hit mute. That's why. That's why there's no music. I was wondering where the music went.
And now it's me, isn't it?
Yep.
I was saving the werewolves for the New York Police Department, which is why I gave you the has a magical familiar of blank. So,
Alrighty.
All right. Let's see.
So
Do I
nobody
want to
has
add something? Yeah.
You can
Okay.
decide afterwards.
You're fighting Guy Fieri. Who's that?
He's
Oh.
a chef.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take you to Flavor Town. He's got the frosted tips. He loves spicy chili wings.
Passed away.
Cool.
Oh, he did?
You're fighting that person.
Yeah. Hard attack.
Yeah.
Armed with a spell book. But unfortunately, he has no arms or legs. But
So he can't cast anything that needs a somatic component.
Okay.
everyone's got chainsaws.
Oh, I wonder how he lost his arms.
I know what I'm doing now.
I cast a juggle of chainsaws. Oh no! I'm counter spells.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cool.
I am one of those giant prehistoric sloths, and I have a heavy sack of gold.
I'm Megatherium.
I'm
I-
eventually going to kill you with my chainsaw.
But I'm a grumpy
Um,
old man
Megatherium is not.
riding a sea serpent.
Oh, really? Okay.
Riding a sea serpent.
Cool. I am Gimli, wearing Hallin's boots.
Hey, Helen's boot.
That's right. He has Hallin's boot.
Wait, what? What happened to Helen's boot?
Jacob has been wanting for as long as we've been doing this series for Helen to lose a boot.
You're welcome.
You mean since he tripped or something? Wait, was it? Anyway.
I don't know. but
Okay.
He has Gimli has Hallin's boot. Because I said that I would do that if I got another Black Crate Room card.
You're a man of your word.
I am a man of my word.
Alright.
Alright.
Gimli also has a chainsaw because everybody has a chainsaw.
You're really going for the lumberjack thing, aren't you, Gimli?
I just kind of like to imagine that Gimli
All
killed
right.
Halland and
Let's
took his
see.
boot.
I'm for that. All right. So what do we do with our black card?
That is the question. Let's see. Pick another one and add it to yourself.
Add
Pick
to
a new
myself.
one. Or-
No, one of yours.
My prehistoric sloth with its heavy sack of gold has an enchanted glaive and a chainsaw.
Cool. Glaive as in glove.
No,
Glaive
a glaive is
a
it's
polearm
similar in some ways to
halberd.
a halberd, but not at all.
Okay.
It's like a halberd, but not.
Matt Grumpy, are we giving our arguments?
Are we?
Sure.
Oh, in that case, I'd like to argue. So,
Guy Fieri's not going anywhere.
he's not going anywhere. He may have a chainsaw, but he can't use it.
He may have a spellbook, he can't use it
So
effectively.
he's eaten so much like spicy wings and stuff. He just exudes a scent of food. So my giant prehistoric sloth is gonna be like, oh, go over and it's like, oh, I have a chainsaw and I have my glaive. I'm just gonna.
That's really.
No spicy. Yeah.
That's really dark for a sloth.
All right. My grumpy old man is annoyed with Guy Fieri because he once criticized his cooking.
The Old Man and the Sea Serpent.
Yeah, so he's gonna ride in on his sea
That
serpent.
would have been a much better book.
much better book. I would
Old
read
Man's the
that.
Sea. Yeah.
The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Okay.
It's
And
nihilistic.
even if it takes him a while to get close because of the sea serpent thing, doesn't matter because he's got a retro sci-fi laser blaster and he's just gonna shoot at him. And
Then he'll like freeze and his skeleton will appear, and then he'll like evaporate.
Yeah.
But it'll change every episode.
right. And the chainsaws doesn't matter because assuming that that guy could like work the chainsaw with his teeth or something, or say an enchantment, like who cares? He's got a laser blaster, so he's just gonna shoot him from far away.
Okey-doke.
Gimli, with Halland's boot, can become invisible while holding their breath.
The boot gave him that power.
Yes, that is the secret of Halland's boot. I
Halland
have
is
no
not-
argument other than the fact that he's Gimli with the chainsaw who can become invisible.
That's pretty awesome.
Where'd my arms and legs go? What's that sound?
Chainsaw.
Ah!
That's pretty good.
It was just I needed to get rid of cards.
See, we need a location for that sea serpent. Like, I can't.
You can
tell
draw a
if it's-
location just right now and ruin us all.
I know, but do I
Yes.
want to?
Need one more.
Location. Yeah, I don't know.
A sea serpent could be in a tank. Could be at the pool.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see where we are. We are on a rickety Soviet spaceship. That's interesting.
Well, the sea serpent was a Viking constellation,
Yes. So my old man is on a Viking constellation.
riding the stars off in the
Yeah, sea
distance,
serpent makes
completely away
sense.
from the fight.
The laser blaster. I don't know.
You know what? I was leaning towards the sea serpent, but now, like in space, and he's got laser blasters.
In space. Nobody
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah.
We're going to the grumpy man on sea
Thank
serpent.
you.
Don't.
My first card.
Oh.
This late in the game.
I know. Well, it was like either I get a card or somebody wins. So
Well, no, we're only down to 3 and we were going to 5.
are we going to 5?
Yes.
Okay. For a minute, I thought we were going to 4. So
Okay.
But Benjamin's judge.
I want a location and a modifier.
And just that, that's all we're fighting.
Yeah.
We're fighting the weather and location. Location, location, location.
Okay, this is interesting. So, add sweet tomatoes. Everything starts getting a little fuzzy. This all-you-can-eat buffet. The fighters are surrounded by a mob of angry peasants that will attack anything supernatural. Storm of the X-Men is proving her ability to block anything with chopsticks, anything the villagers are throwing at her, and she has all the powers of Aquaman. At the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Question. Does Aquaman automatically have all the powers of Aquaman?
Yes.
Does that count as supernatural?
I'm gonna go with yes.
So basically, as soon as Storm does anything, the crowd's going to attack.
The crowds, depending on what you guys have been playing, might just be a free-for-all mob here.
Yeah. But I have so many good things that go well together.
I have nothing at all. Ooh.
I don't. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
I realized I was covering my face. Whoops.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to get rid of
Can we figure out who this is?
This makes
Randolph.
Yeah.
no sense, but I'm going with it because I'm.
Go ahead and just redraw because we had a hard time with them last time too.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to use 2 of these anyway, so I'm gonna go with the coolest possible combinations because I've been holding on to them for a while.
All right.
I don't know. This is terrible.
All right.
Are you ready?
Oh no. Oh no.
But it's
Oh no, wait, I
funny.
need to get rid of that.
Okay, hang on. Is everything okay? Everything's okay. All right. Cool.
That's true.
All right. Go if you're ready.
I'm got the old woman who swallowed a fly, but she can't stop coughing.
That makes sense. I think Storm's gonna kill you. You might just die.
The Gorgon who has the head of a shark.
Okay.
So the D&D
What's a
Gorgon,
Gorgon?
or the Medusa Gorgon?
Medusa Gorgon.
Medusa Gorgon. Okay.
That is Medusa Gorgon.
Turns people to stone by looking at them.
No, I mean, wait. Medusa is a Gorgon?
Yes.
Yes.
There are 3 Gorgons, and Medusa is one of them.
And D&D Gorgons are these
She's-
metal bulls that also turn into stone.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird.
Medusa was the only one who was not immortal.
Right.
Okay.
This is just a Gorgon. This is
I'm gonna
not
go
Medusa.
with a Dragonborn armed with a cursed blade.
That's better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you
Either-
taking this as Skyrim Dragonborn or D&D Dragonborn?
I don't know very much about either, so
Skyrim is better.
let's go with Skyrim then.
All
In
right.
terms of just like,
All right. What do we do with our
Ability.
next black card?
can we pass to the left, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh, but wait, but okay. Wait,
I've got it.
She's got it.
this yeah, this is good.
Yes.
Um,
I can kind of do something with that.
All right.
Okay.
So, start your arguments.
All right. So I look like just a harmless old woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stop coughing. So Storm, because she's really a nice person, is gonna.
Except when she's horrible, but yeah.
Right. Right.
Depends on the writer.
Depends on the writer. But sometimes she's a really nice person, so she's gonna come over because, you know, this old woman can't stop coughing because she swallowed a fly, right? And so Storm's gonna come over, and as she's trying to.
I just have to know that you blew a bubble and it floated and popped.
Cool. As she's trying to comfort this lady, she's gonna pull out the shotgun and shoot live fish into Storm's face.
I'd like to note that Storm has all the powers of Aquaman, so those fish are now just my allies.
I know.
Also, she can block anything, including the shotgun of fish with chopsticks. So she's either gonna or turn them against you.
I know, but that's what I've got. So it's not a very smart old woman, but she's gonna try.
All right,
All right, so my Gorgon has.
and
the
that's
head
it.
of a
Okay,
shark
good. What's that?
And is wearing a hazmat suit. I don't know what the hazmat suit really does for the Gorgon.
Makes
Well, it
harder
prevents
to
people
see.
from looking at you. Also, since it's Medusa's head, but you now have the head of a shark, does the shark head retain the turn to stone capabilities?
Oh, that's a good point. Is
I
it turned
don't
to
know.
stone inside the Gorgon?
I just
or
like to
the
imagine
eyes?
that because the whole curse thing is the shark head is now also super hideous, so it's a horribly hideous shark head that also turns people to stone.
Okay. Or does it make you susceptible to my fish powers?
Well, doesn't Aquaman only be able to communicate with fish? He can't control them.
I'm unclear
Because he's had
Namor and Aquaman are
Because
very
Aquaman
similar.
has had his hand eaten off by piranhas, so he can't control
At the
them.
end of the movie, he controlled them, but
I'm guessing it depends
Who's
on...
writing this? Who's writing this comic?
I suppose
don't
it changes, but from my understanding, it's always been he could communicate with them
Okay.
telepathically. And he's not... And the Gorgon's not actually a fish, it just has a fish head.
Okay.
I'm guessing the hazmat suit is just more of like stealth cover, so people don't notice the snake lady with a shark head coming into the all-you-can-eat buffet.
All right.
As much as opposed to somebody in a hazmat suit coming into an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Because that's clearly way more subtle.
Also, being a Gorgon, the angry peasants would be too stoned to do.
All right. Grady.
Fusroda! That's what
It's a dragonborn Fusroda. That's why I wanted to do the past.
Well, that would knock her off her feet, but Storm can fly. So,
But can she fly? in an
but if
all-you-can-eat
she is
buffet?
savvy as to the situation, again, depending on who's writing this comic, they all of the peasants who eat at Sweet Tomatoes are now going to turn on you as well. I think the Gorgon, just because of the crowd kill ability. Look, it's magic. What? I think the Gorgon's got to win.
Magic.
I'm getting a much better trophy case now.
Oh, definitely.
We've gone up in terms of threat level.
I'm just glad I have something.
To be, I'm a little ashamed of the ancient and powerful vampire.
The
'cause we
last
just-
one I beat is the lamest.
But you did it the coolest way.
True.
And you had to beat out some really tough competition too.
Nope.
Hey, I'd like to note that my strategy of force of numbers, I had the smallest army.
Very true.
Uh,
I don't done. That doesn't help.
Come on.
Okay, we are at a water park
Okay.
fighting the Jabberwocky, who is riding a spider the size of a horse, and also, because he's kind of too big for the spider, the rest of him that doesn't fit on this horse-sized spider is being carried by Hodor.
I am ready. I am prepared.
So,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
yeah, good luck with that. I hope you've got a Vorpal Blade.
I'm ready.
All right, go.
You mentioned the Vorpal Blade.
Yeah.
Well, little do you realize that there are infinite Vorpal Blades, because I am Satan himself.
Oh goodness.
I have my Trilby hat. I've got my I have like that
Isn't
button
Diablo
up
the
short
Lord
sleeves.
of Terror?
what are we fighting?
Diablo's
Jabberwocky.
Spanish for
What does
Satan.
this do?
So,
That's mine.
She beat Guy Fieri.
Oh, gotcha.
She slew him dead.
I can pull. So I have.
You
I have
were
my,
the judge on that.
I have my Trilby hat. I've got the tie over the T-shirt, right? I've got the goatee and the double
I'm sorry,
chin.
I'm just seeing Diablo from Diablo.
And
Yeah.
I can pull anything out of my cargo shorts, including infinite Vorpal Blades. They're all katanas, by the way,
Uh-huh.
because Satan's a
Vorpal
weeaboo,
katanas.
in
Alright.
case you didn't know that.
Well, I
Next.
have Chris Hemsworth,
Oh, that's nice.
armed with an acid fire hose.
I'm impressed. Okay.
He's also in a water park, so he's wearing swim trunks.
Very distracting if the Jabberwocky is female, or into Chris Hemsworth, either one.
Guys,
It's very distracting for Hodor. And
My-
and the spider.
my army of 1,000 angry chickens. Oh wait. Ooh. Just thought of-
You're gonna change it if you have
Wait. Ah,
Are all werewolves.
but I got two such good options.
Well, maybe you'll get to play both.
That's true.
I mean, I wish I had the 100 of them card. 1,000 chickens, but 100 of them, and they're all werewolves. Just fight it.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Alright.
All 1,000 angry chickens are guided by the spirit of Black Panther.
Nice!
Wakanda forever!
Alright, take your next black card and play it on yourself.
One of our black cards?
Yeah.
Yay.
You know what's more awesome than a guy in a trilby hat with his tie over his t-shirt and his cargo shorts, with his goatee, thicker than glasses, with a katana? A guy dueling katanas. You know what's even cooler than that, though? Having 6 extra arms, each with a vorpal katana in it. So he has, what's that total of 8 katanas at the moment? They're all vorpal. He's Diablo. So
He's
The
gonna.
Vorpal Blade was from the Jabberwocky poem.
it's the thing that kills the Jabberwocky in the Jabberwocky poem. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really
What
fighting
even
the
is a
poem
Jabberwocky?
because the Jabberwock is the creature and
Yeah.
Jabberwocky is the poem.
That's
Oh.
true.
Good catch. I don't think the writers knew that, but anyway.
Good point.
Just say.
Oh, and everybody else calls it the Jabberwocky, but you're right, it's the Jabberwock.
Yeah. So Diablo is
Everybody's
going to,
wrong.
is going to go fight the Jabberwocky, the Jabberwock, sorry, and the he's going to claim that spider as his own. Hodor, he wants to claim his soul, but you know,
Right.
or buy them on eBay. I can pull souls out of my cargo shorts too.
Alright, I want to hear about our
Our fearless hero, Chris Hemsworth, with his acid fire hose and his armor of ham. It's a lot
Elaborate.
of meat.
If it wasn't enough of a beefcake already.
Alright, elaborate. Or do you need to?
I think Chris Hemsworth.
Just image Chris Hemsworth popping his pecs in a skirt of ham.
No, not a skirt, armor. So the
It's
ham's,
armor
like,
of
all over.
ham.
But you have to have the pecs out so you can pop them. Okay.
It's ham over them. I don't know. Alrighty.
Shoulder.
It's chainmail ham.
It's a chainmail ham bikini.
Yes. Ham man bikini.
Alrighty!
Is
That
that hammock?
Yes.
picture I did not need.
My 1,000 angry chickens, each one of them guided by the spirit of Black Panthers, each one of them is also wielding a lightsaber ninja stomp, or multiple, undetermined. So,
It says stars.
exactly.
Plural.
Well, yes, but if each one of them had one, then that'd still be stars plural.
Oh man, and
How many exactly there are
And Black
compared to the...
dang it.
And we have our
8
winner.
vorpal swords. Okay, whatever.
I know, but the chickens!
How many do you have now, Brady?
He won.
Yes,
You have
5.
Okay. Do we want to keep going?
Nah.
Do we want to end it and play something else? Because I have Yeti Eats Alien.
So
Sure.
there were the one that I was hoping to do a combo was Chaotic Evil Pyromancer,
Nice.
which I wanted to do, but we were in a water park.
Yeah, that
I also
was
had an attractive stable boy. I actually wanted to be like, could I play Chris Hemsworth, who is playing an attractive stable boy?
Ooh!
This was gonna be a good combo. Luna Lovegood with snakes instead of hair.
That would have been good.
Makes a lot of
Nice.
sense.
All right.
I didn't really
Well,
have anything at the end.
I'll be right back. I need to grab a couple things for scorekeeping.
So,
Oh, good. Mom's not here. Because she'd get offended by this game.
Is it?
Yeti Eats Alien.
What music? Am I just... Why does this sound like...
are we playing RuneScape?
Okay.
What is this?
I'll be right
Am I
back.
just remembering it from us?
Maybe.
Sometimes I hear a song and then I feel like it's familiar, but then I wonder if it's just familiar from the last few times I've heard it.
That is usually how memory works.
No, I mean, sounds like I think it's familiar from something long past.
Ah, you
Like,
think
this
it's
reminds
familiar
me-
but not
It
recent.
reminds me maybe
familiarity.
of Atmosphere, which was a game. I think I'm just remembering it from.
If we can start divvying out the cards at,
Elon Musk.
as
Who is that? The name sounds so familiar.
he invented PayPal, he owned SpaceX, he owns the Boring Company, he sold flamethrowers.
Is the
He
Boring
sold
Company Tesla?
No.
Okay, he
It's
also
a
owns
company
that, or did,
that does
rather.
boring things. Oh yeah, also Tesla.
I liked my Beastmaster Tiamat combo.
Yeah. So if we can start like
Yeah.
ranking them up by what they are. So anyway, Yeti eats alien. So how this game works, to the best of my understanding,
So it offends everybody, but not as
Yes.
offensive
So,
Give me a chance.
as Cards Against
yeah, 'cause-
Humanity.
So you look for
Have
the
you
ones
played
that
it?
have these. And
What, Cards
Are
Against
they-
No,
Humanity?
this
they're
one.
just in the,
Oh, no.
they're the
Okay.
front, yeah.
No.
So how this game works more or less is so every round you're given cards. The goal is to be the first player to 500 points or more. Each card has a point value listed at the bottom. An exclusive headline card doubles the value of your hand. So grab pencil and paper to keep score. Who wants to keep score? Hands to keep score. Shuffle cards thoroughly. They're already shuffled. Youngest player deals the first round. The dealer deals 5 cards to each player. Each player examines his or her hand and decides whether to discard any cards. The player to the dealer's left discards first. Players may discard up to 3 cards. The dealer will replace the cards that each player has discarded, starting with the player to his or her left first. After everyone's had a chance to discard and new cards are dealt, the player lays down his or her best headline. You don't have to play all the cards you have in your hand, is how I understand the rules to be, but you are missing out on points.
Nice.
So
But if your headline is stupid,
the
then
headlines can be ridiculous, zany, weird, but they must structurally make sense. Okay?
So they must be grammatically correct.
Yes. If the majority of players decide that a headline does not make sense, the player who laid the headline must pick it up and submit a new headline.
I object. The game is called Yeti Eats Alien. That does not make sense.
It's a headline.
right.
It's a headline. It makes total sense.
But if it's like
Yeti eats
So they're
Yeti cow alien eat
their
food
example
now.
their example of unacceptable is creepy fired chef.
I see, because yeah, I mean you can't, because you're choosing from different like.
Only one
Radical.
exclusive card can be played per hand, so you can't have exclusive. It's only one exclusive.
How about extra read all about it?
After each hand, the player to the left of the dealer becomes the new dealer.
Is that a big deal?
So I'll start dealing, I guess. Yeah. One. Me. One. Me. One.
Yeah.
One.
I don't think we should ever use these yellow
One.
cards again.
One.
Not very fun.
One.
It doesn't even make
One.
sense. I mean,
Me.
does it make
And
sense to
some of
have
these
an
cards are a
energy
little
card?
risque.
It would make
So-
more sense if.
Yeah. The dealer does play, by the way.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay.
Organize your cards by order of speech.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, so what? How do the points affect it?
So all the points of your hand add together. You're trying to be the first to 500. An exclusive card multiplies your entire hand, by 2. You can discard up to 3 cards, at which point I will give you.
Then I'm gonna show you what I'm putting down, but what I'm not putting down.
Okay.
Got a better one. Alright.
Doesn't matter in what order we discard.
So wait, so what we do?
Okay. So you can discard up to 3 cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
but is there like a turn order for who?
Yes, first person to the left. And then you can discard whatever cards you don't like. Up to 3.
To get to these two.
You discard up to 3 that you don't like.
Wait, and then after this. Wait, are we redrawing?
And then I'm going to give you however many cards you discarded. I don't know why I have to do this. We can just put the cards
But then
right
you can
here.
say, and then dealer draws 2.
We rewrite the rules.
Okay.
That's the discard pile at the moment. All right. So
Rebels.
Hannah, how many did you?
Discard
I got rid
these
of
2.
1.
1. Here is a card. Discard pile.
Do I have to use it?
You don't have to use it, but you can't discard or draw anymore. So if it doesn't work, then that's it. How many did you discard?
I discarded 2.
Here are 2. So for example, I had one card that just didn't work. I just can't use. I'm just not using it.
This works somehow. Okay, hang on.
And Grady, how many did you?
2.
Here are 2. It says the dealer keeps track of score. Hannah's just doing that. All right. If we're ready,
I think I figured out how to use all of them.
I will start. Drug crazed stud lies to scientist.
Alright. Mystery lover weds boy toy suspect.
Yeah, I'm not as lucky as you guys. I can only use 3 of the cards. Athlete flirts with rapper.
All right.
So, do the exclusive go with what we're putting down?
Yes, you put that first. So it's exclusive, and then whatever.
Exclusive. Bully falls for fake big shot.
All right. That's worth a lot of points.
That's worth a lot of points.
All right, so then Hannah keeps track of the score. I have 90.
Okay, oh, so I write that down?
Yeah, 90.
Okay. I have... Hang on.
25, 50, 75.
Thank you.
I'm bad at math.
That's 70.
Yeah, because it's 50. Yeah.
Sorry. Like I said, I'm bad at math. But I was in the right ballpark.
Alright.
I am 50.
Okay.
Yes, you are. You look good for your age.
230.
Okay, well that's the one to beat. Alright, so we discard.
These are all discards now.
Alright,
So now, Hannah deals 5 to each.
alright. Do you keep the ones that you didn't use, or did you?
No, it's fresh start.
So I get rid of these.
Get rid of them. Is how I understand the rules to be.
Oh, I see.
So you don't end up with those like cards you could never use.
So if you end up drawing 2 exclusives, you
3,
really
4,
are in trouble.
5. There you go.
Keep my own cards. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm going to get rid of these 3 just right away because I have nothing good. There's a few cards in here you can just say no and get a new card, but use that sparingly. Can we just draw for ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay. I got rid of 3, so I will draw 3.
I got rid of 1. I'm going to draw 1.
There's 2.
So this round, we only use 1 headline, and that's all our points, and then they all go back like just happened, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So
So wait, should we get rid of the risque ones, or should we keep them?
I'll leave that up to you.
Because it's like, well,
whatever.
Keep in mind, a child is watching. He's like 15, but you know, a child is watching.
but if I use my risque ones, I can use all my cards.
Alright, I got mine.
Alright, I have mine.
Woohoo!
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, ready?
Exclusive! Don't worry, this is not worth a lot of points. Female actor blasts killer.
Okay. VIP slays detective.
That's, I think, more than my exclusive right there.
Yeah.
Pregnant male spotted with well-hung pole dancer.
Cool! I know how far we're going tonight. Alright, cool. So, I'm 50,
There we go.
70,
I just
90.
Terrorist manager fires mermaid doctor.
Okay!
I got 5 more points than I got last time, so 55.
That's awesome.
Improving.
30, 40, 70, and 30 is 100.
Okay. Grady's still winning by a lot.
I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was there with that hand. I threw everything except for female actor.
Jacob says he's now 16 and we
Wait,
can't
so
do
what's to
anything.
keep you from just always throwing the 5-point ones? Unless they're like verbs. I mean, just like sentence structure, pretty much?
Yeah, because if like it works and nothing else does.
Oh wait, hang on. This is great.
I'm getting rid of 2, and I am drawing 2.
Yep, this is good.
Also getting rid of 2 and drawing 2.
Same.
Okay. It
Alright.
doesn't. It's okay.
Are you ready?
Sure. Bigfoot fighter exposes tragic designer.
Okay.
That's a lot of 5s.
My illegal prince poses with celebrity baby daddy.
Okay.
Well, I have an exclusive here.
Oh.
Circus clown screws Yeti.
All right.
That's
Alien smashes secret junkie.
okay. You've got 30, 40, 50. I have
Wait.
30, 40, 50.
You could have just said 25 and 25. Okay. Anyway.
I have 50, 60, 70. Thank you. What do you have?
I have 120.
Wow.
This is the best I can do.
I have 100 again.
And you're
I don't
still
know how I'm
winning!
doing so good. Very lucky.
Yeah, he's at 4. He needs 70 points to win the game.
Alright. I'm going to reshuffle all this.
Did I miss a rule or something?
Wait, we have
No, I think after Grady wins this last round, we don't need to shuffle. We can just shuffle when we start the whole new.
Why are you
thing
throwing
again.
cards at me?
Are we going to what?
Just because
500.
Oh.
So yeah, Grady's 70 away.
Ben, can you grab my calculator out of my purse?
You.
There are more cards that way.
But I don't want to use this. No.
Are we drawing?
Yeah, you're a dealer now.
Oh, is that
It's
what
the big white thing.
Am I dealing these things?
Yes, you were dealing with.
Also, I have the
5 to.
opportunity to pull out a... Thank you. Just trying to figure out how awful we are all doing.
I'm doing the worst, I believe.
I'm sure you all have fun.
Benjamin, you're fitting.
Thank you.
Anna, you're fitting.
Thank you. Yeah, Grady's gonna win this next one no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Here's a question. Do
Wait.
I feel like gambling?
No.
This is the wait.
All right.
This
this
card.
card?
This is draw.
I discarded 1. I'm going to draw 1.
Discarded 2.
I'm going to discard 5. No, I can only discard up to 3. No. No.
Oh, that was so unhelpful. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm going to discard
just got-
3.
I had a verb and I drew 2 more verbs. The verbs are kind of the defining
There we go.
thing of. Oh well. I think I still win.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Your calculated everything. I have no idea how you did that. That's cool. She has all the things running at the same time. I'm ready.
Cool. Let's go.
All right. CEO designer blames alleged cop.
Hero weds hot drummer.
Flamingo sues over plots against Hitman.
I like your headline better.
Yeah, that's way better.
All I got is hipster tweets about beauty, but it's lots of points.
That boring headline wins.
Yep.
Yeah, and you win by
Yay! Grady wins.
a lot of points.
Why is
Play
it just
again?
like a...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you have 105 points.
He's got 535 points to win.
All right. So
My fun headline only got 50 points.
Alrighty.
I have to be back as you. If you guys can shuffle that up, I have to.
Alrighty. This is fun.
There isn't any judging element, it's just all the points.
It's just luck of the. It's literally just luck of the draw.
It's 100% luck of the draw. Unless you are dumb.
Well, I think we are all good at editing our headlines so that we don't end up with anything stupid. So none
I don't
of
know
ours
what
got,
you're talking about. All of mine were stupid.
Well, none of them got disqualified for being like, flamingo chef dog, like
Flamingo chef dog.
Flamingos have
Happy
total
faces.
sense.
right, like
Like,
all of ours were
the only way you could
sentences.
like there's some nouns that wouldn't go together, and other than that, it's as long as you don't do more than 2 nouns and then a verb and more than 2
Yeah.
nouns.
I had wed or mourn as my options, and I was like, well, wed is worth more, so I'm doing that.
That's
But I-
basically how it boils down to. It's
But I
just
can
like,
see how-
this is worth more. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go for that.
But I could see how somebody would try to shove both of them in, and then it would just get like, that makes no sense.
Yeah. But is there any way to use 2 verbs like ever?
Yeah, right?
No. Because they're all just.
Well, I did my
Present.
sue. Oh no, that's not. Well, my sues over plots against was a little iffy, but I decided to go for it anyway.
Oh, I see. Because plots against
Could be taken
doubles.
as
It doubles as a verb and a noun. It's true.
yeah, because you could take it either way.
Yeah,
As
but
I-
that made total sense.
So I think each of us should have shuffled a few times.
What?
Because we got nothing better to do. Slip in a few SUPERFIGHT cards.
That would be really funny. That would be awesome.
Lawyer weds ancient
Thanos.
weds Thanos armed with a laser gun. Yeti with an athlete familiar.
Of course, they wouldn't have point values.
They wouldn't. They have coolness point values.
You have a judge every time. The dealer is the judge, and
Decides which headline is the best.
they get like a bonus or something.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm back.
but not present.
What?
According to La Camera, he is not here yet. There he is.
That's
Alright.
a really long delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You did already shuffle.
Yes.
Cool.
But I wanted
Alright.
everybody to shuffle, but then came back.
I think it's Ben's turn to deal.
Deal
Sure.
with it.
Two. Three.
Are there people watching?
No! Alright.
3. And draw 3.
Oh, actually, this works.
Discard.
Alright. I am ready.
I am ready.
Ooh, this is ominous. Okay.
I think Grady's the last one. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure.
Lover Prince blasts wicked actor. This is like a
Gonna
proper
be
game.
Prince Lover, but
No, it's Lover Prince. He's a lover, not a fighter. But he will blast wickedness. This is a headline about Kim Jong-un, by the way.
okay. Bully killer. Flirts with nasty manager.
Well then.
Think about that for a second.
Well, my fake mermaid rapper blames CEO.
Wait.
I'm not sure whether they're a fake rapper or a fake mermaid. That's up to you. I'll let the readers decide that.
Okay.
Alright. Celebrity falls for pole dancer emoji.
I'm not sure emoji works there.
Wait, you got what?
I have 125. I'm not sure, like,
The celebrity is falling in love with the pole dancer emoji.
I see it, the celebrity falling in love with a pole dancer. I just feel like the emoji is
It's falling in love with the
to,
pole
to
dancer
stay
emoji.
topical, you know? Today's like, hello, fellow children. I understand youth. Read the newspaper.
75, not.
Sorry, I had too many 25s in there.
Yeah.
There was only 3 of them. You can count them on one hand.
You can count 125 on one hand too.
Anyway, I
Fuck
have
it, anyway.
60.
85.
How are you still winning?
Because you guys let him. You said everyone said that emoji made sense.
Yeah,
It
but
does.
it didn't make sense.
You have to say that beforehand. It's too late now.
I think it makes sense.
It's okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no.
That greedy.
Send us a deck and we'll play it someday, okay?
What deck?
Cards Against Humanity.
Send us a deck
I played
on
it
a
the other
time
day.
when mom and dad are on a date night.
Yeah.
You'd have to put like an age restriction on the screen.
Right. Ooh.
I played it the other day. It's just.
Wow.
I'm gonna get rid of 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
I'm gonna get rid of 3. Well done.
All right.
I'm just gonna toss this now because I'm not gonna use it. It gets discarded anyway.
Hopefully this works.
Dang it.
Yep.
Alright, it evens out. And then I have one I can't use. Ready?
No.
Yeah.
Wait. That's the discard still?
Yes, the disorganized one's discard.
That one that looks like we just threw it there because that's what we did. That's the discard.
Oh no. Can we get rid of inappropriate cards?
If you deem it inappropriate enough, then yes.
Yeah, I can't use that.
I mean. Well,
All right.
it's also. Okay. Okay, yeah, see. I just.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Shocking boy toy smashes rejects.
Tragic.
Exclusive!
But
Athlete spotted with Yeti.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know. But did you hear about the sexy detective eats psychic?
That's great.
It's only 50.
So great.
Mine sound cool, but they're not worth very many points.
30 plus 15, 45.
Yeah.
I really want to play Super Mario Party.
I like the moaning. Oh no.
this is an advertisement for a website. VIPHitman.com. Does that count? There's no verb.
And that's 80 points.
I will take it because it's hilarious.
Okay.
I imagine it's like has an exclamation point, so it's like people need to hear about this horrible website. The public needs to know.
There's actually a hitman.com, or there was, and nobody cared because they thought it was just too crazy to like be actually what it said.
Wait, called what?
Hitman.com. And yeah, it was. And the FBI found out it was real when a lady like sued because they didn't take her husband down or something.
Alright, which one's this
Like,
card
he
pile?
got uncovered really stupidly. And the FBI was like, wait, that's a real thing? We knew about the site, we just thought it was like a joke.
Oh, nice. I have something good for once.
No.
Yes!
Oh, wait. Yes.
This actually makes sense if you live in the DCU.
I unfortunately have to get rid of this really high point card because I can't use it.
Alright. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Ready.
Alright,
Alright.
ready.
Exclusive. Alleged stud lies to beauty.
So he wasn't?
It's not proven.
Okay. Big shot circus clown slays tragic female.
Alien licks hot fires.
Secret doctor insults Bigfoot. Poor Bigfoot.
150 times 2. 300.
Wow.
Ah!
I know, right?
Um,
Ow.
Is there one exclusive in the deck?
There's, I think,
75,
3.
85,
Oh,
95,
okay.
3.
95.
There's 3.
Let's see.
65.
50, 30, 80, 105?
Okay.
The lowest Grady has ever gotten was an 80.
I know. Alright.
It's
Let's
pretty impressive.
take these away and... But think about it. This is
Just
like
luck.
the Joker.
Yeah. With Barbara Gordon, since she
Alright.
dies this time.
Yeah, I had another high card, but it doesn't make any sense. I couldn't say alien splits with hot fires.
That didn't
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Grady, you're the dealer.
Ah.
Do your duty.
I've always been a dealer. That's how I do it.
I knew it.
Maybe reshuffle.
Thank you.
Reshuffling might need to happen.
Yeah, that's gonna need to happen next.
Oh my.
Dear me.
I have one that I might have to...
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to get rid of one of these on principle and the other two because they don't make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2.
I'm drawing 3.
I'm drawing 2, and the next person needs to.
I need to discard 2 to get 2.
I have the
Wait.
specific card that I'm throwing out.
Can we reshuffle?
Yeah. Dang it. Mine's bad, but it's the only verb I have.
Yeah, well, I had
Well, then reshuffle or put it back in. That's what I did.
I had one with it.
But I already did that. That's what I drew.
What?
Can you do that again?
You cannot.
You can only do that once.
No, I'll only do that once.
I
no,
know.
I mean, what do you mean? For what?
Well, which one was that? I mean, we've already used screws and smashes,
Okay.
so
Oh, I was
No.
assuming smashes as in.
That's what. Well, sometimes that works too. So.
it depends on when if you. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it, but there's a couple order cards where it's really one context over the other.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
the one that you used, it made it sound more like he was being physically violent.
Yeah, that one sounded more. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm ready. if
I'm
you guys
still
are-
waiting to draw my new cards.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't
But I think
exist
this is
yet.
better.
Well,
Just waiting for
Makes more sense
Grady
than
to
Mister.
draw another exclusive and then draw like
Flip-
250
Terra,
point
flip
cards.
those two around, and that could also.
No, I had that first.
No, you can change the order. It doesn't matter.
I know. I had that first, and then I decided to change to this.
Okay, that works. By the way, you can use your own imagination for Hitman.com for VIP Hitman.
It's a Hitman for VIPs,
Okay.
obviously.
She
It's for celebrities you
answered
don't
it.
like, and
Or it's, you know, for the people who work on the Hitman video games.
oh, there we go.
Sean Bean was one of the elusive targets in Hitman, the new
Oh, really?
one. Yeah.
Cool. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just gonna go with. I thought it was funny the other way around, but I think I like it better this way. Hero whips president.
Exclusive. Hipster. Bangs a mystery terrorist.
Actually, no, I'm going to do it this way because it makes more sense. CEO cop extorts sober fighter.
This is gonna be my lowest score yet. Drummer tweets about drunk prince.
Trevor tweets about drunk prince. I like that.
That's 50,
makes
I think.
Sense.
It isn't.
It is
Not
50.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes, 50.
I mathed right.
It's like one of my scores.
I
I
am.
said that to wait, that's 75, 80, 95,
95.
yeah. That's a really good score.
That is the best I've gotten
55.
without an exclusive.
Alright.
Nobody's won yet?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Ben's really close. But he has not won.
What?
You got 300?
Yeah, in that one round.
I know. So you have 300 plus 45 plus 75 plus 55, which makes you 475.
Got it. Okay.
So, not yet.
I'm dealing now, I think.
Yes.
Pass it down.
Of course, I have 485, so
Oh, nice.
just saying.
I played this with a couple people at my last Doohickey Bob, and I won like every single round because I had all the good cards. I have no good cards this time around.
This is just a terrible hand.
I have a hand that makes sense, it's just not worth enough.
Yep. See, it's the one that's funnier is worth less points than
Dang
the
it.
one that's better. So you know what? I'm just
Oh,
going
wait.
to out 2 in hopes of getting better stuff.
I just realized that I had a verb, but it could be used as a noun, so I'm going to. And that's all I've got, so I'm gonna go with it. It's really bad.
I am ready.
I'm ready.
This is better.
go. Flamingo slays royal celebrity.
Tragic fan poses with screws.
Also doubles as a
That
noun.
makes sense, but it doesn't.
This is just more of like.
Picture with like a box of screws. And stuff.
So, imagine this headline with like exclamation point and question mark at the end of it.
Okay.
Hot VIP junkie circus clown.
I feel like the hot is just clickbait at this point.
That's why it's only worth 5 points.
Yeah.
Illegal alien trashes shocking mail. Yeah. Shocking mail is
Okay.
questionable.
Alien trashes
Sure.
illegal man. Regardless, the game's over because Ben actually made sense of his, and he only needed 25 points to win. So
Slays! Well, do we want to keep going, or do we want to call it here
let's
for
call
tonight?
it here since.
I got 50 points. That is as low as I've ever gotten points for.
Well, thank you so much for watching, especially to Jacob, who's the person who's
Ben.
really stuck it through.
That's the camera.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm so used to looking at that camera. Thank you so much for sticking with us and watching this.
Weirdness.
We might be doing more game nights like this, depending on people's availability.
Hopefully, we'll make the cameras make it make more sense. So
Yeah. But anyway, I'm Ben Anderson.
I'm Hannah Anderson.
Micah Morrow.
And Grady Crosley.
Bye-bye.
It's been surreal.
Sup.
Catchphrase.